Good evening, everybody. We're coming to you live on the Gator Network. Pre-game down on the field, we have Coach Justin Minkowski of the Port Allegany Gators and Savannah Okerlund, daughter to our very own Jason Okerlund here. Coach, third straight year facing these Redbank Valley Bulldogs. Obviously 1-1 so far. What's it mean to come into such a huge game, District 9 championship against the same team that we've seen 3 years in a row and saw them already this year?
You ready for this big game? Yeah, Savannah said it. We're ready. We know what 9 is. We know what Braylon Wagner can do. We know Jackson Huffman, number 16, gave us fits week 5 down there. Our kids are ready to go. We're just ready to separate ourselves. We've heard a lot of, the kids mostly, have heard a lot of talk about Redbank this and Port that and last handful of years. And our guys just want to separate themselves from that. And it's an opportunity to do that tonight. So we're just looking forward to it.
Right, and obviously a very talented Redbank Valley team. This is their 6th District 9 championship since 2019. A lot of consistency out of Coach Gold in this Bulldog team. How do you think that you guys match up? Obviously played them already, like I said, but, you know, different environment. Cold night down here in Kane. Everything's on the line tonight.
Yeah, it's just the last opportunity for seniors. If you don't get it right, you're done and you're going home and you're watching next week. And there's no doubt, I have the utmost respect, absolute nothing but respect for Redbank Valley and Blaine Gold. Those guys are phenomenal. No one thought they'd be here. We knew they would be here, but no one thought they'd be here, I think, other than Redbank Valley and Port Allegany. And it's just an idea here. They have had a really successful run, and we want to make sure that they don't get back here. But it's a win game, okay? So we can't, if we come out here and be complacent, if we come out here and don't stay focused with what we're supposed to do in our preparation all week long, all the hoopla and all the stuff we're trying to do becomes a moot point.
Yep. So obviously a big game tonight, but also a big game last week. I know we've talked about it quite a bit, but Aiden Bliss, now the all-time rushing leader for District 9. Huge win down here last Saturday against Keystone. What was that? Just kind of run me through what you were feeling as a coach and as a parent, to when you saw Aiden break that record.
That's probably more importantly when you said that, having children of my own and watching that accomplishment. I've said to anybody that will listen, I've said to you guys, the football player is obvious what we're going to see here tonight. But the person, he's talked about that record 0 times this week. He's talked about all the hoopla that people feed into him. He doesn't repeat. He doesn't care about. He appreciates it. He's humble. His teammates are always giving him pats on the back. But it was a great day for our program, more importantly for Aiden, of course. But I've said to the coaches and the players, week 6 or 7, when we realized it was a reality, I said, fellas, let's go. This is a record for our program, not only Aiden, for our program. And it was a great day. We really expected we'd be able to control the ground, and we did that. Brendan had some success throwing the ball and moving the pocket a bit. So at the end of the day, we just want to stick to our game plan, and we're looking forward to D9 championship. Probably going to be a packed house, whether they're in person or at home watching. We appreciate Gator Network. We appreciate everybody's love and passion. Port Allegany football has never been better, and we're looking to continue it.
Well, Coach, we really appreciate you. I don't want to take up too much time here, obviously pre-game, but want to thank you for taking the time, as always, making yourself accessible as well as your staff. Good luck tonight. It's going to be a great game.
Thank you. Go Gators.
Go Gators.
Yeah. Thanks, guys.
Yep. Thank you. Good evening, everybody. I'm Jeremy Morey with the Gator Network. We're live pregame down on the field. Head coach Blaine Gold of the Redbank Valley Bulldogs. Coach, I appreciate you taking the time to speak with us here. Also, for all of us at the Gator Network, we really want to express our heartfelt thank you for nominating us last year for the District 9 Unsung Hero Award that we did win. Your nomination, obviously, Justin, but coming from a rival school, it really means a lot. So thank you very much.
Best live stream in District 9. All of us in Clarion County feel that way too. So
well, we appreciate you saying that. And so, Coach, we just talked to Coach Minkowski, the 6th time in the District 9 championship since 2019. How have you guys been able to sustain consistency and greatness over that time?
Well, the first thing, it's the kids. Obviously we as I was very blessed to come into a winning program. It was a program that had already had 6 consecutive winning seasons. We just tweaked a little bit of stuff, and fortunately we've had grade after grade come in, buy into what we're talking about, and have just carried the torch on.
Yeah. So 3rd straight year playing the Gators. What does that mean? Obviously a team that you're very familiar with, being in Redbank, played them now 3 years in a row in the championship and in the regular season. How does that change your scheme and your plan of attack tonight?
Yeah, well, I think it's a little bit differently offensive and defensively. I've talked about how anybody that talks about stopping Aiden Bliss is a fool. You don't stop Aiden Bliss. I told the kids a lot, 20-point loss in the state championship game, and he still rushed for 250 yards.
Yeah.
When you average 10 yards a carry over your entire career, 700 carries, you're not going to stop him.
Yeah.
So for us, matchup-wise, what we would hope is, you're going to see a lot of points scored tonight. We feel like that's what puts us in the best position. Defensively, we're going to keep coming back and putting together the best possible game plan we can, and, try to get stops where we can. And, I've talked a lot about the last couple of years, when you get small windows against Port Allegany, you have to take advantage of it. Last year in the district championship game, we had a chance to go up 14-0, and we didn't take advantage.
Yep.
This year in New Bethlehem, we had a chance to possibly be up 13-12 or 14-12 at halftime. We didn't take advantage of it. So when Port Allegany gives you a small window, you have to take advantage of it.
Right. So obviously you mentioned Aiden Bliss, but let's mention your guy, Braylon Wagner, having a heck of a season, 2,400 yards passing. What has he been like? Obviously senior year, this is it for him. What's he like as a player? Obviously Port Allegany, we see him as a phenomenal athlete. What is he like as a person and a person to coach?
Really impressed with Braylon's mental growth this year. Obviously his sophomore year, junior year was really kind of surrounded by a really great core of really fast and athletes, the Klaus twins, Ashton Kale, Tate Minnick, Aiden Orts his freshman year. And you'll notice about halfway through the season, we had to change things a little bit of a Port Allegany flavor. We were no longer on the ball, hurry up offense. We're huddling now, we're snapping the ball with 5 seconds left. And probably the biggest thing where his growth has mentally come from is the last 5 games we've asked him to run the ball a lot. And, obviously I think he's got about 600 rushing yards in the last 5 games. And his willingness to do that, we feel like can make it challenging on defenses because, if we're going to spread you out, what are you going to do? You're going to try to double a guy? Are you going to pack the box? We feel like his gifts and abilities are conducive to that. So can't say enough about Braylon, about how he's grown mentally this year and has really done whatever we ask him. Yeah.
So last question here. You guys started off front half of the season 2-3, kind of unusual for Redbank, but then finished 4-1. Obviously the 2 playoff wins, Ridgeway and Union. What does that say about the character of your team?
Yeah, I think 3-4 at one point too. And, we kind of talked about it after the first playoff game when the dust settled. Punxsutawney was a really good football team. We were struggling after that Punxsutawney loss, but, they look at it, when I saw that they beat Clearfield by 3 touchdowns, that's a good 4A football team.
Yeah.
We lost to the 3A champ in Brockway, and so, we would say that it wasn't necessarily an easy schedule, but we were challenged without a doubt. But something flipped in the third quarter of that game against Keystone. Keystone came out, scored right away to go up 3 scores, and I've never coached a team that's come back from a 3-score deficit in the third quarter or later, and something just clicked there. Something clicked defensively. We felt like we had a little bit of clicking in the first half against Port in the first game, but again, Port does what they do best. They just lean on you in the second half. So for us to have any chance to win, we have to find a way to be the first District 9 team in 2 years to find a way to win the second half.
Yeah. Well, Coach, I really appreciate you taking the time again. Good luck tonight. It's going to be a great game. We said with Coach, I don't think that there's 2 more evenly matched teams in the entire district, so good luck tonight.
I really, as a fan of single A District 9 football, I think it's great to see 2 teams without a co-op, just single community, single school programs playing for it. And some people may be sick of hearing about Port and Redbank Valley, but I think this is the best thing for small school football in District 9.
Yeah, I agree. So again, thank you, Coach. Appreciate it. Good luck.
All right.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Paul R. Miller Stadium. We are coming to you live on the Gator Network for the District 9 Class 1A championship game between the number 1 seed Port Allegany Gators and the number 3 seed Redbank Valley Bulldogs. I'm Jeremy Morey. I'm joined here in the press box with my friend and colleague, Carrie Hover. Carrie, good to be with you.
Good to be with you.
Also here with the Gator Network tonight is our technical director and producer, Jason Okerlund. Our cameraman, Daniel Morey. On-field camera is Dave Bartlett. And running the scoreboard is Troy Glasgow. So the Redbank Valley Bulldogs come in at 8-4 overall. They were 6-4 in the regular season, scoring 379 points. That's 31.5 a game. Points against, 298.25 a game. They have wins against Ridgeway, Otto Eldred, Bradford, Brashear, which is an Ohio school, Keystone, and Brookville. Losses to Union AC Valley, Brockway, Port, Punxsutawney. The first round of the playoffs, they defeated the Ridgeway Elkers 51-19, and then last week on Saturday afternoon down in Brookville, defeated the Union AC Valley Falcon Knights 35-21. Offensively, Carrie, we talked about these guys when we were down in New Bethlehem earlier in the year, kind of an offensive juggernaut that we've kind of come to, really respect and expect a lot of big things out of. And their leader, senior Braylon Wagner, is 209 for 333 passing, 2,497 yards, 28 touchdowns on the year, but 12 picks. He's run the ball 112 times for 722 yards and 7 touchdowns. Number 3, Connor Caldwell, 109 carries for 463 yards, 4 touchdowns. The big man, number 16, Jackson Huffman, 77 receptions for 1,064 yards and 9 touchdowns. Also on the outside, number 7, Carson Gould, 47 receptions, 514 yards, and 8 TDs. Also, as if there were not enough offensive weapons, Jace Clouser and Easton Maganotti have combined for 60 receptions, 605 yards receiving, and 7 touchdowns. Defensively, 19 sacks. Peyton Kennemuth leads the way with 5, Jackson Huffman with 4.5. 7.5 takeaways through interception. Gould leads with 4. And 10 fumble recoveries, with Devin Weckerly leading with 3. Peyton Kennemuth leads with 80 tackles, Maganotti with 77, and Huffman with 70. This is their 6th District 9 championship game appearance since 2019, Carrie.
Wow.
And the 3rd straight against Port Allegany. Last week, in the semifinals against Union AC Valley, they trailed 21-14 with 9 minutes to go in the 4th quarter, but would score 21 unanswered points to complete the comeback. And beginning in the 3rd quarter, Redbank would score on 4 straight possessions. They outgained the Falcon Knights 425-277, and they held both Max Gallagher and Logan Skabinski to under 100 yards each. Braylon Wagner was 20 for 32 for 326 yards, passing, 3 touchdowns, a pick, also carried the ball 23 times for 98 yards and a touchdown.
So the Port Allegany Gators come in 11-0 on the season, averaging 50.36 points per game. Last week against Keystone, Brennan Philhart, 7 for 10, 77 yards and 2 touchdown passes. Rushing, Aiden Bliss, 31 carries for 329 yards and 6 touchdowns. Receiving, Kellen Vayu, 4 receptions for 48 yards and 1 touchdown. Nick Wilfong, 3 receptions for 29 yards, 1 touchdown. Defensively for the Gators, Aiden Bachman and Julian Capel, each with 9 tackles. Nick Wilfong and Isaac Postlewaite, each with 7 tackles. Gavin Moses, 6 tackles. Liam Hover and Aiden Bliss, each with 5 tackles. Aiden Bliss tacked on a fumble recovery and an INT. Defensively, they held Dom Corsetti to 13 of 19 passing for 110 yards in the air, 1 touchdown, 1 interception, and he had 14 carries for 57 rushing yards, which I thought, the Gators knew Dom Corsetti was going to get his yards, and I thought the Gators did a pretty good job. On the season, offensively, Brennan Philhart, 75 for 111, 1,132 yards, 14 touchdowns, and only 4 interceptions. Aiden Bliss, 219 carries for 2,264 yards on the season, 34 touchdowns, a 10.3 yard average, 100-plus yards in all 11 games, also has 3 receiving touchdowns. In the state of Pennsylvania, he's 5th in rushing yards, 3rd in the state of Pennsylvania in total touchdowns with 39. Kellen Vayu comes in with 67 carries for 507 yards, 8 touchdowns, a 7.6 yard average, 31 receptions for 577 yards, 10 receiving touchdowns, 1,336 all-purpose yards, and 21 total touchdowns. Nick Wilfong, 33 receptions for 53 yards and 5 touchdowns. Defensively for the Gators, Julian Capel leads them in tackles with 80, Aiden Bliss with 72, Isaac Postwaite with 69, Aiden Bachman with 54, and Gavin Moses with 47. Interceptions on the season. The Gators have intercepted the ball 11 times as a team. Liam Hoover leads the way with 4, Nick Wilfong with 2, and all with 1, Aiden Bliss, Brendan Philhart, Jared Funk, Julian Capel, and Valen McFall. Team sacks on the season, 26. Isaac Postwaite led the team with 10.5. Gavin Moses with 4. Ethan Tarbox with 2.5. Aiden Bachman with 2. And all with 1, Julian Capel, Nick Wilfong, Ryan Carlson, Chase Boyd, Bryce Fessenden, Pat McMahon, and Braden Babcock. Fumble recoveries, 11 on the season as a team. Isaac Postwaite led the way with 3. Aiden Bliss with 2. And all with 1, Nick Wilfong, Aiden Bachman, Christian Reed, Bryce Fessenden, and Brody O'Rourke.
All right, Kerry, so as we mentioned here a little bit earlier, and then obviously in our pregame interviews with Coach Binkowski and Coach Gold, this is the 3rd straight season with a Redbank Valley, Port Allegany district title game. And on screen, you'll see just how successful these teams have been, especially here in the past few years. You look at the championship games, for Port Allegany, 22, 23, 24, 25, winning 2 of those 3. And then also, Redbank Valley, obviously up until 2004, they were AA. Then they moved down. So from 2013, and then they have that great run, 19, 20, 21, 23, with the lone absence there. You'll see on screen 2022 is the year that Port Allegany beat Brockway in the district title game.
Yeah. And, on screen there, 1996 for the Gators was when Port Allegany played Redbank Valley in the AA district final. Redbank Valley won 7-0, and then they didn't play again until 2010. That's going to be my first quarter story, not to, spoil things. But,
right.
So then they didn't play for a while, and then now they're certainly used to each other the last couple of years.
Right, and Kerry, obviously this is a team that we've seen a lot over the past few years. 2-0 against them last year, with that big win up in the swamp during the regular season, then the huge district championship game. Gators put up 62 points on the Bulldogs last year. Obviously, that was the game that we saw Tristan Kaiser's season and ultimately career end on the turf up there at Parkway Field. But a different team here. 6-4 on the regular season, probably not something a lot of people expect to see out of Redbank, but really turned it on in the second half, finishing 5-1 or 4-1 in the back half, and then just really dominating their two performances in the playoffs. So, Braylon Wagner, Jackson Huffman, Klauser, Maganotti, there's just weapons everywhere, and it's a pretty evenly matched game or team with Port.
Yeah, and Redbank Valley is very well coached. Coach Blaine Gold. This is going to be a very, very great matchup between these two teams. And, it was a slugfest down there in New Bethlehem. Mm-hmm. Nervous at times. And like Coach Gold said, Port Allegany went into the half up. But there were plays there where if one thing went this way or that way, Redbank Valley could have gone into the half, with the lead, all that momentum, and then, potentially that might have changed the course of the game. So,
right, yeah, and kind of a slow start. I remember coming out of the press box at halftime, it was 12-6, and you're kind of thinking, oh my goodness, obviously you knew Redbank, even though regardless of record, and we've said it time and time again, you cannot just look at a team's record and think that they're a bad team or a good team. And at 12-6, I was like, oh boy, this could be something. But hats off to the coaching staff and more importantly to the players. Really came out. They shut out Redbank Valley in the second half. They didn't really have an answer, and we didn't see too much Braylon Wagner on the legs. But we're expecting to see a lot of runs from Wagner. 23 carries last week against Union AC Valley for 98 yards. I think they're probably going to try to spread us out a little bit and open up the hole for Wagner to just kind of scoot and pick up some yardage.
Yeah, thinking back to the game in Week 5, so Redbank Valley had lost to Union AC Valley early in the year, came out of the gates not the typical record that we're used to for Redbank Valley. I think as Gator fans we were kind of okay with that.
Yeah.
But I made this joke last year. Redbank Valley is kind of like the monster in the scary movie when they're not dead yet, and as long as they can get into the playoffs, I don't care how they get in, they're a scary team to play. They've showed up to play in the playoffs so far, and this is really a great matchup.
Mm-hmm. Well, and it was almost last week we said it was deja vu all over again.
Yep.
Well, here we are, third straight year, Port Redbank,
it almost kind of seemed inevitable. You know, when the playoff bracket was announced, Port gets the bye, Redbank is the 3 seed, and it just kind of seemed inevitable that we were going to meet up again. You know, it would take an act of God for Redbank and Port not to play again. You know, they've split the last 2, so this will be the kind of the series breaker in this stretch of 3 championship games in a row. So I think that we're in for a very exciting matchup. These teams, like I said, match up very, very well. And it was a slugfest down in New Bethlehem. You know, it was a physical game. That was the game. You know, Ethan Tarbox hurts his shoulder. He's out for a few weeks. That happened down in Redbank.
Right.
So athletes all over the field for both teams. So I think we're in for a real exciting championship. But Carrie and I are going to take a little break. We're going to turn over to the public address announcer and the marching band for the national anthem.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise and remove your caps for the playing of our national anthem.
Okay, the national anthem just finished up by the Port Allegany Gator Marching Band. Sitting off to our left, you got the same seats as last Saturday, Carrie. They're, you know, great facility down here in Kane with the new turf. Kind of tight fit up here in the Barry Morgan press box, though, tonight. Everybody in the district kind of tuning into this game. But there are some games around the league, you know, the 2A, 3A, and 4A also being played tonight. We'll get you, hopefully, maybe some scores on those as we go.
And in District 10, you've got the single A.
Right.
You know,
Greenville and Wilmington.
Neither team here, Redbank Valley or Port Allegany, is looking ahead, but they know have to take care of business tonight. But just out of curiosity, we'll have one eye over there, you know, kind of checking things out.
Yeah. Well, you gotta kind of know what's going to come. But chilly, cold night down here, what you'd expect in mid-November at night, you know, in northern Pennsylvania. I'm trying to find it here in my notes. So who's playing tonight? Okay, so in the 2A games tonight, Karn City is hosting Farrell out of the Hermitage Sharon area. Brockway is hosting Penn Cambria. They're out of District 6. That is the 3A matchup. And the 4A matchup, the Punxsutawney Chucks head to Oil City to play District 10 Oil City Oilers. So those are all happening tonight. So wish best of luck to our other District 9 teams and their matchups tonight. So
yeah, Port Allegany obviously went to the state finals last year. We had a lot of teams around the district rooting for us, so we're going to be rooting for everyone else in District 9. So just really cool to see the way this this area really rallied behind our team. So
yeah, it is, and you know, just utmost respect between these two teams, you know, in the game that we're talking about right now. You know, talking to Coach Binkowski and Coach Gould before the game, and, you know, both of them just sang each other's praises. A lot of respect between these two programs, but it is great to see the support from our small area, Pennsylvania, for our neighbors. So we are about 2 minutes until kickoff. We'll have the ceremonial coin toss going on right now. So while we have time, I'd like to recognize the cheerleaders. Stephanie Alcock, Sevilla Ayers, Mackenzie Bidwell, Trinity Hamilton, Savannah Hart, Phoenix Kielmeyer, Madeline Laniger, Sierra Neely, Lillianne Reed, Mila Senna, Bella Schaefer-Laniger, and Lena Skinner, and they are coached by Dixie Gay and Trish Curran.
Yeah, the Gators are going on offense. I wanted to mention last week, Aiden Bliss set the District 9 career yards mark, currently with 7,332 and counting. Already has the career touchdown mark. That was 94. And he currently has 114 and counting in his career, averaging 9.6 yards a carry, 126 total touchdowns in his career. Just a phenomenal career. Hope he goes on for a couple more weeks.
Yeah, we're hoping. So back to kick for Redbank is number 84, Titus Smith. And Valen McFall and Kellen Vayu back deep for the Gators for this opening kickoff. The first quarter is sponsored by the Moose Lodge, number 460, and Shop and Save of Port Allegany. Also, our game sponsor, you'll see the logo on the side of the scoreboard is Mr. Griggs.
Griggs Travel.
Griggs Travel. So we're very appreciative of him, sponsoring the entire game.
Yeah, John, a 1996 Port Allegany graduate, great basketball player, great football player, and a great dude.
Yeah, and we appreciate him. We appreciate all of our sponsors as we are about to get underway here in the District 9 1A championship game, and we are underway. Have a kick down to about the 15. It is picked up there by Vayu, out across the 20, cuts it back 25, and gets out to near the 30 before he is stood up by a few Bulldogs. And the Gators will start at the 30-yard line. Hornberger on the takedown for Redbank.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see how the Gators start out here. Last week, kind of a methodical drive, got things started the way we're expecting of the Gators. So, want to start fast here and set the tone.
Yeah, it was a methodical drive opening up against Keystone last week, working downfield, and in a drive that saw Aiden Bliss come out for a play. Kind of got us a little nervous up here, but he came back, obviously broke the record, and it's going to be a handoff to Bliss. He's met in the backfield for a loss. And led the way was number 11, Peyton Kennemuth, a leading tackler for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, I'll have to watch the replay there. It looked like the Gators were pulling a guard or two, so it looks like Kennemuth kind of snuck in there and met Bliss in the backfield.
And a loss of 3 on that, so 2nd and 13 coming up.
Yeah, you remember down in New Bethlehem, the first 2 plays of the game, Jackson Huffman came off that right end and tracked Bliss down. So we'll see how the Gators block Huffman tonight.
So there'll be 2 receivers here near side, 1 high side, Bliss in the backfield. And it'll be a handoff to Bliss. Again, bottled up, stays on his feet, but he's dropped. Another loss on the play, so it'll bring up 3rd and 14 now. So that Bulldog defense just breaking down and getting in there.
Yeah, I thought the Gators last week blocked, pretty well for Bliss. Had a good surge downfield. They're certainly going to have their hands full here with the Bulldog defense.
So now Phil Hart lining up out of the shotgun. Hover, the high receiver. We'll have trips down here near us. Bliss in the sidecar with Phil Hart. Showing blitz. It's going to be a pass by Phil Hart. They pick it up beautifully. He's got a lot of time. Rolls. He's going to have to throw it back across the field. Oh, and it is incomplete. Pass intended for Kellen Vayu, but hits the turf, well covered by the Bulldogs, and they're going to force a 4th down, 3 and out for the Gators to open the game.
Yeah, great job by Redbank Valley to come out. 2 negative plays and put Phil Hart in a position that's tough. That was a tough pass there. Even if the catch is made, going to be difficult to get the 1st down. So,
right, had a lot of time. The offensive line really held their own that time, and Bliss picks up a blitzer there, but yeah, just not a lot open downfield. Credit to the secondary for Redbank.
Yeah, and I'd like to see a punt maybe out of bounds. I know they kind of do that Aussie-style kick.
Yeah, so Vayu is on to punt. And he barely gets it away. And it'll bounce at about the 42-yard line where it'll be picked up there. And he gets out to near midfield. Braylon Wagner on the return. So very good field position to start their opening drive for Redbank Valley.
Yeah, Redbank Valley set up pretty good here at the 50-yard line. See what the Gators have to counter Redbank. Redbank, I'm sure, has watched all of the game film this year to kind of see if there's any vulnerabilities they can exploit. So
there will be trips near us. Wagner's going to be out of the shotgun, and it's going to be a handoff. And cut down before he can get anywhere was number 3, Connor Caldwell. maybe a loss of a foot. Moses on the tackle for Port.
Yeah, Redbank set up in a trips formation. We'll have to see how the Gators cover that. Looks like they have Julian Capel, the outside backer, the cornerback. I don't know who was on this side. But, looks like maybe an opportunity for the Bulldogs to have that middle guy in the trips formation maybe do something. But it looks like the Gators are kind of covering it different this time.
So Wagner looking to pass. He's going to be for it. A little bit of a hold there on Skeet. Does not get called. Wagner still scrambling. And he's going to be taken down by Capel. Big sack by Julian Capel. And a loss of 8 on that play.
Yeah, such a big tackle for Julian Capel. Led the team in tackles this year. Like we've said, not the biggest guy, but just a great tackler. So big for him to track down Braylon Wagner. We saw last year Gators' defensive line was built a little different. Big, some big dogs up there, so a little bit more athletic defensive line. So good job.
So now a 3rd and 17 from the 43. Wagner again out of the shotgun. Trips formation near us. Wagner looking to pass. Going to have a little bit of pressure in his face. He's going to have to step up. He's going to retreat. He's going to be dropped for another loss. Garen Wright on the sack of Wagner puts them inside the 35-yard line, forcing an obvious punch situation for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, great job by the defensive line to get their hands on Wagner twice. This is 4th and a mile. So, the Gators didn't come out offensively the way they wanted to, but to get the ball back after that sequence,
right.
I'll take it.
So 2 3-and-outs to start this championship game. A great job there from Garen Wright. So back to punt for Redbank. He barely gets it away. A high booming punt. And bounces at about the 30, and Redbank will let it roll inside the 20 down to the 17-yard line.
Great punt by Jackson Huffman.
Huffman on the kick.
Yeah, so, with Huffman as your punter, to tease my first quarter story here, we always talk about a game from the past, but there was a fake punt for the Gators that was really advantageous. If Jackson Huffman's your punter, I want to make sure that thing gets in the air before I go retreating.
So not the greatest field position to start for the Gators, but 3 receivers our side. Wilfong alone on the high side. Brennan Philhart calling for a play to get in. Looks like kind of a 5-man front there from Redbank. It's going to be a pass. Oh, he escapes a blindside tackle. He's going to have to retreat. He's in trouble. Heaves one downfield. Out of bounds safely, but intended for Liam Hoover. So great evasive maneuvers from sophomore quarterback Brennan Philhart. I thought he was going to be eaten up immediately with that blitz off the edge.
Yeah, I don't want to jinx it, but I was thinking earlier that Philhart really has not been sacked. He's been a master back there, kind of evading tacklers. So, as long as they can keep Philhart upright, give him some opportunity. I mean, he can do damage with his legs. So
now the Gators all bunched in together. Bliss, the lone setback. Philhart under center. And it's going to be to Vayu. He breaks it out across the 25-30, 35-40. He's crossed midfield, still on his feet running. 30, 25, 20, 15, down to the 10, finally taken down by Braylon Wagner. A huge run from Kellen Vayu.
Wow, what a run. So we'll see where he ended up there. Started out at the 17-yard line, so 43 plus or 33 plus whatever yard line he ends up with.
Him down at the 9.
Gosh, great run. That's the danger of Port Allegany. I said Kellen Vayu pregame, 21 total touchdowns. You can key on Bliss all you want, but eventually Vayu's going to get his yards too.
So now it'll be Philhart under center. It's going to go to Bliss. Cuts up across the 5, marching towards the end zone before he has stood up inside the 5. I think he gets to about the 3.5-yard line. So the Gators knocking on the door.
We talked last week. How do you pronounce Vayu?
Just like it's spelled. Wow, that opened up beautifully around the end.
Yeah, it really did. And great cut there, because if he doesn't cut the way he does, I mean, most guys get bottled up at the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
So now the Gators will come out with 2 receivers high side. Funk alone down here near us. A little bit of motion. This is going to go to Bliss, and he gets in. Touchdown, Gators. Aiden Bliss walks in for the first score of the District 9 championship game.
Yeah, that's the way to counter back there. You know, the first drive didn't look pretty. That's the way you answer back. And defensively, things look good for the Gators, so hopefully that trend continues.
Right. Yeah, just a beautiful drive. Obviously, the huge 78-yard run from Vayu puts him in position, and Bliss punches it in. 6-0, and the Gators are going to go for 2 here with 6:40 to go in the opening quarter. It'll be Bliss heading to the left side, cuts it back in. He walks in for the 2-point conversion. 8-0, Port Allegany on top of Redbank Valley.
What'd you say? I think it was 74. What'd you say, 78?
I said 78. What was it?
You didn't know there was going to be so much math.
I
2 weeks
died.
in a row. So it started at 17, so 33 to get you to the 50, 50 to the 9, 41, 33, 41, 74.
74, yeah.
You were close.
You carried the one, yeah. Okay.
You were in the ballpark. Hey, we'll take that. If the runs are so long that we have to do that much math,
Absolutely.
we'll take that.
So back deep for the Bulldogs is Carson Gould and Easton Magnotti.
Yeah, what I'm most encouraged by defensively for the Gators is how, 2 plays in a row to get after Braylon Wagner like that.
Mm-hmm.
We've covered a lot of games against these guys, and if you give him time to dance around back there, kind of like Phil Hart was doing, Wagner's gonna find somebody. He's got weapons, like you said, all over the place.
So we have 2 dangerous return men back here for Redbank. Funk on to kick for Port Allegany. Here in the Moose Lodge, number 460 and shop and save of Port Allegany first quarter, and it is a good high end-over-end kick. It will back Magnotti all the way back up to the 6-yard line. He's out across the 15 to the 20 to the 25, and he is tripped up by Nick Wilfong at the 28-yard line. So not as good field position this time.
Yeah, again, I didn't want to jinx it, but I was thinking, the Gators have given up some not touchdowns, but some big runs, on kick returns. So,
yeah, we saw 2 of them last week against Keystone. Very good runs. So Huffman and Magnotti will be the 2 high receivers. Wagner's going to be alone in the backfield out of the shotgun. And he's run. Still making men miss. He's heading to the sideline, and he'll step out of bounds at the 35-yard line, a pickup of 7. So it'll be a 2nd and 3 coming.
Yeah.
I don't know, they gave him, I looked a little short from what so only 5, not 7.
Good job by Wagner to get his yards there. I thought Wilfong, not very often are you going to slip out of Wilfong's arms. Post away, chasing from the back. But hey,
good pursuit.
Good pickup by Wagner.
Well, 2nd and 5. 2 receivers here near us. Wagner, look at a pass. Looking to his left. He gets it out. It is complete. And he is met at the 40-yard line by Wilfong and Capel.
Pass complete.
That pass is complete to Easton Magnotti.
To number 12, Easton Magnotti.
So they'll pick up the first down and move the sticks.
Yeah, great pass by Wagner. I thought maybe, I don't know if that was Capel playing outside backer there, but there's going to be some opportunities to maybe, the Gators have just done a great job these last couple years. Cornerbacks play the flats. Outside backers do a great job in pass coverage. We saw Aiden Bliss last week drop back and pick one off. So I think there's going to be some opportunities here.
So Wagner going to roll to his right again, another designed run, and he's going to be chased down in the back by Isaac Postawait, a very short gain.
By number 60, Isaac Postawait.
It's a good pursuit there off the edge from Postawait to run Wagner down.
Yeah, and I think that's the big difference from last year to this year. Last year, huge offensive line and defensive line. Where, not like I said, not to compare one being better than the other, but last year, Wagner probably would have had a little bit more time there. But this team, the way it's created, having Postawait chasing down the line there, Wagner has to make a decision and go upfield or get tackled.
We'll see Jackson Huffman in motion, heading to the far side, and he's bottled up and maybe gains 1. No, he's back to the line of scrimmage.
He's met by a wall of Gators.
Nothing going there.
Led by number 8, Nick Wilfong, and number 60, Isaac Postawait.
So to bring up 3rd and 9.
Yeah, great job by the Gators to hit Huffman right at the line of scrimmage. He's a very dangerous player, like I mentioned. You know.
Yeah, they got weapons everywhere. So now 3rd and long. Wagner out of the shotgun. He's looking to pass. He's going to be pressured from the left, and he's going to be taken down to the backfield. Another sack. This one, Isaac Postlethwaite.
Yes,
gets another.
Flip Postlethwaite to the other side.
And here it is on replay. Oh, just
goes right by
gets
his guy.
by his guy. So another punt. So the Bulldogs pick up a 1st down and then stall out.
Yeah, very encouraged by the Gator defense so far.
Huffman will get it away.
Almost a block there.
And Vayu is going to track it down and pick it up at the 22. And that's where he will be tackled by about 5 Bulldogs.
I like the fact that Vayu always sees an opportunity. The glass is half full with him. I see 5 guys coming at me.
I'm not picking it up.
Yeah, maybe just go out of bounds and call it a day.
So 3:58 here on the clock. And Gator marching band off to our left. Getting everybody going. It is a great crowd here for a cold November night. Both sides pretty packed. Definitely hear what we can see. So the Gators will start 1st and 10. And this one is going to go to Bliss. He's going to make a few men miss, heading to the outside, out to the 30, and he'll spin out of bounds. Forced out by number 71, Jordan Smith.
Yeah, we've talked about Aiden Bliss's highlight tape. You've seen the bulldozer technique. You've seen the hand in the grass, keeping yourself upright, the hurdle, the spin move. We've seen a little bit of everything. You know, great job there. Gets his yards, goes out of bounds, and doesn't get taken to the ground.
Right. Yeah, something he's told you, you know, talking during junior high games, him and Doug Archer called the junior high games here on the Gator Network, that he's learned that it's okay just to go out of bounds and live to fight another day. It'll be a toss to Bliss, heading to the far side, trying to catch the edge. He does. He picks up the 1st down out to about the 40-yard line. We'll see where they rule him out. They're going to rule him at the 39, but he picks up a 1st down and moves the sticks for Port.
Yeah, and we talked to Coach Blaine Gold pregame. You know, he knows that Bliss is going to get his yards. Just try to contain him as best as you can. After you focus on him too much, then you see the the second option there with Vayu. So we'll see if that comes up here pretty soon.
So Hover will be the lone receiver on the high side. We'll have Wilfong and Funk down near us. Wilfong kind of moving back in towards the line. And it's going to go to Bliss. Again, juking, heading to the outside. A lot of room out across the 50 to the 45, 40, 35, 30. Heading to the corner. 20, 15, 10, 5. Walks in. Touchdown. Aiden Bliss. A huge run from Aiden Bliss. Puts the Gators up by 2 scores.
Yeah, there's a lot of touchdown runs you could add to his highlight reel. Let's throw that on the end there. And I hope there are college coaches out there watching this game, maybe not live, but after the fact. If you're looking for a ball player on your team, I don't know what you're not seeing with Aiden Bliss. Is one of the best players we've ever had in this district. Hard worker. If you want him, come get him. Come on, get some offers going.
So it'll be another 2-point conversion. Flag on the play, and Bliss is bottled up, so we'll have to see what the flag is for. But it is unsuccessful.
You know, and like Coach Gold said, in the state final game, carries the ball 47 times, gets 250. Like, you know he's going to get some yards. You just try to limit what you can.
Right, exactly. Yeah, and that was a game where he just had to throw the team on his back. Obviously, no Kaiser. BG just had our number that day, but he still got his yards. So it looks like an illegal block on the Gators will back them up. We'll see if they're going to try. Funk's on, so we'll probably try for the extra point here. So from the 13, this will be a 30-yard extra point attempt. And Funk attempted a 42-yarder down in Brookville. Just pushed it a little wide right, but had plenty of leg. Snap, the put down, the kick is up and on the way, and it is right down Broadway. It is good. A 30-yard extra point by Jared Funk. Port Allegany on top, 15-0 here in the first quarter.
Yeah, and hopefully it doesn't, it's not a shootout, touchdown for touchdown, but you'll take any points you can get. Hey, you get a penalty on the first try. Why not kick an extra point?
Absolutely. Yeah, and when you got a kicker like Jared Funk, who's got plenty of leg, give it a shot. So in the upper left-hand corner of the screen, you will see the Gator Booster Venmo and PayPal QR codes. If you're looking for a quick, easy way to donate to the Gator Network, just scan the QR code and make a donation. We appreciate all of our donors and all of our sponsors. You guys have been more than generous. We said this last week, against Keystone, but it deserves mentioning again that we are very, very appreciative of the support of our fans. So we appreciate you.
Yeah, we had some great donations come in this week. We had one from British Columbia.
Yeah. Yes, yeah.
PAHS alum, 1965.
Yep, Jim Parsons.
Jim Parsons. I don't know if we got permission to read his note, but it was really cool.
Yep, it was.
Thank you for the donation and reaching out, and thanks for tuning in.
And another good kick from Funk, end over end. It'll be taken at the 17-yard line. Out across the 20 to the 25. It is Magnotti again, heading to the 35, and he is tripped up by number 3, Brennan Philhart. And he is out to the 37-yard line where they will take over for their third possession of the game, and really not a lot going for Redbank so far.
Yeah, we'll see what Redbank changes up here. Really like what Coach Saltzman's dialed up so far.
Yeah, he's definitely confusing them. I talked to him on the field. Hey, go get him today, Coach, and he seemed very happy with the game plan that they were coming in with.
Yeah.
So Wagner will be out of the shotgun, trips on the high side. It is a fumble. Ball's on the ground, and Wagner will fall on it.
Fumble on the snap.
Oh, I think he might have just taken his eyes off it a little too early, and the ball hits the turf.
Yeah, it would have been great for the Gators to get that, but, hey, lost a couple yards on first down.
And here it is on the replay. Yep, just hit him right in the hands. But, heads-up play there from Wagner to just jump on it. So we will see that trips formation again. And it's going to be another pass by Wagner. He's looking to his right, gets it out. It is complete and taken down by Capel hard. I think he lost a yard on the play.
Down on a big hit by number 1, Julian Capel.
I want to watch it. It was almost like a delayed screen.
Yeah.
He takes a look downfield, then throws it, and then here comes Capel. Closes as fast as anybody in the league.
He's a good hit there on Magnotti.
Capel caused a fumble early in the game last week. Bliss was there to recover it. Yeah, really like the way the Gators are playing. Redbank seems to come out with that trips formation, and it kind of looks like there's an opportunity there for the Bulldogs, but man, the way the Gators are playing it, I don't know.
So the penalty was against Redbank Valley, a procedure penalty. It was declined by Port, so third and 13. And they're going to put some time back here on the clock. And it'll be a shotgun formation from Wagner. He steps up in a pocket, a lot of pressure. He goes nowhere and is dropped.
Wagner on the carry.
Gavin Moses and Aiden Bliss in on that.
Might be hurting a little bit after that play. Hope he's okay.
55, Garen Wright. That'll bring up 4th and 11 for Redbank.
So a 4th down coming for Redbank. And we'll see Huffman on for his third punt of the day.
For the Bulldogs, number 16, Jackson Huffman.
Back is Vayu.
Yeah, and both punts, you've had a Gator right in Huffman's face, so.
Maybe just a matter of time. There they come. He gets it away. Another high kick from Huffman. Bounces at the 30, and this time Vayu will let it roll, and it takes a good Redbank roll inside the 10-yard line. All the way down to the 7. So 93 yards stand in front of the Gators.
Yeah, that's a Bulldog bounce right there. Yeah. I don't know where that hit, but.
Boy, and he just has a leg on him. Those are just sky high. So 1:35 to go here in the first quarter, sponsored by Shop and Save and Moose Lodge number 460.
Please report to the bottom of the steps.
And so Phil Hart with a little bit of motion here from Wilfong. It's going to be handoff to Bliss. He's coming here near side. Picks his way up through, out across the 15. A good pickup near the line to gain. And where they rule him, it is a first down on that run from Aiden Bliss.
That run by Bliss is good for a Gator. First down.
Yeah, so deep in your own territory, and that's the way you want to start out.
So Phil Hart will be under center. This one's going to go to Vayu. Right up the middle. And a decent gain of about 3. Gets him out across the 20 to the 21.
16, Jackson Huffman. After a gain of about 4 yards.
2nd and 7, or under a minute to go here in this first quarter, and it has been all Port Allegany.
From the 21-yard line.
Yeah, seems to be a quick quarter too.
Mm-hmm. So we'll see. They're going to have to get it off. Play clock is down at 7. So Phil Hart under center. Wilfong in motion. It's going to be a toss to Bliss to the far side. Spins out of it. Oh, he does not. He does not get away. The tackle made by number 71, Jordan Smith. A loss on the play, and that'll be probably the last play of the first quarter. So Port Allegany will be facing a 3rd and 11 when they come back in the second quarter. 15-0 Port Allegany after 1.
Redbank Valley Bulldogs 0.
So, Kerry, let's hop in the not-so-way-back machine.
Yeah, so we're going to go back to 2010. Before 2010, Redbank Valley and Port Allegany had only met once in 1996 for the District 9 2A title game, where Redbank Valley captured the district title with a hard-fought 7-0 victory. Fast forward to 2010, the two teams met for the second time. This in the D9 single-A semifinal game at Veriskety Field in Brockway. Port Allegany's ground game led the way with Zach Ramadan leading the Gators with 82 yards on the day. Quarterback Matt Bodemer had 78 yards. Cameron Stuckey had 58 yards, including a 57-yard fake punt play, and Seth Lowry chipped in 48 yards. Redbank Valley had the lead at halftime, 17-7. Just 16 seconds into the second half, Cameron Stuckey registered a safety to cut the lead to 17-9. The Gators were stopped on the ensuing drive, and Redbank Valley was able to march down to the Gator 1-yard line. With 4:06 left in the third quarter, the Gators were able to come up with a huge 9-yard loss to take over on downs. Seth Lowry's 4-yard run cut the lead to 17-15. Bodemer then hit Tice Miller for the 2-point conversion to tie it up at 17. On the next drive, the Gators forced the Bulldogs to punt, which set up the game-winning drive. Zach Ramadan scored the game-winning touchdown with only 45 seconds left in the game. This was the first victory for Port Allegany against Redbank Valley. The Gators advanced to the D9 final, where they ultimately lost to the Kerwinsville Golden Tide, although the following years the Gators defeated the Clarion Bobcats to win back-to-back district titles in 2011 and 2012.
So great story there, Kerry, as we're about to start the second quarter.
3rd and 11 for the Gators.
And this quarter is sponsored by Gray Mac Equipment Rental and Fox's Pizza Den of Port Allegany. And it's going to be a pass by Phil Hart, looking downfield. All kinds of time. He's going to have to start to run. Rolls out to his right. Still looking downfield. Nothing really there. He finally tossed it. It's nearly picked. Nearly taken away by Redbank Valley, but falls innocently to the turf. And 4th down now facing the Gators. We'll also want to mention our game sponsor, John Griggs, luxury travel agent. We appreciate Mr. Griggs and his sponsorship. Port Allegany alum, class of 96, like Kerry said. So Eli Schaefer back for Redbank Valley. Vayu to kick.
Yeah, don't be afraid to kick it out of bounds.
Right. And it will be a low, kind of wobbly kick. Takes a bounce, a good Gator bounce, rolls to midfield, and I think that's probably where it goes out. It is right at the 50-yard line. So the second time today that Redbank will start at midfield.
Yeah, so a 33-yard punt goes out of bounds, no return. I'll take that any day.
Yeah.
You know, we've seen all year long. I mentioned Kellen Vayu and all the all-purpose yards he has. A lot of them are on the return. So.
Oh yeah, he's got a lot of return yards.
You can continue to kick to him. You know, I'm not trying to discourage anybody, but I just don't know why more teams just don't kick it out of bounds, or at least kick it towards the sideline.
So Carson Gould will be the lone receiver on the high side for Redbank. Wagner's going to be out of the shotgun, looking to pass again. Steps up at the pocket. He's going to run. Heads towards the sideline and steps out at about the 45-yard line, a pickup of 5. Second down coming.
Yeah, and you see Wagner get his yards, just like we were talking about with Bliss. Goes out of bounds, no sense taking a hit. Take the yards you can get.
Right, and kind of what we didn't see because we were calling the Keystone game. And Wagner last week, 23 carries for 98 yards, so about 4 yards a carry. That's what we've been basically seeing. Wagner looking to pass again. He gets it out to the sideline, and it is complete to Carson Gould for a first down for the Bulldogs. Down to the 37-yard line.
That completion is good for a Bulldog first down.
Now down in New Bethlehem, we saw Redbank Valley start to be successful with a pass, and then the Gators went to like a nickel formation where they had, you know, corners in the flats, and then 3 safeties across the field, one on the left, one on the right, and one in center field. So, you know, we'll see if they need to make that adjustment. So far, so good. I see Julian Capel dropping back to kind of a center field.
Yep. So another shotgun formation, trips right. It's going to be a screen pass out to Magnotti, out across the 35, and that's where he's wrapped up by Aiden Bliss.
Right down on a nice stop by number 31, Aiden Bliss.
So a short pickup of about 2.
Yeah, got a couple yards there, but for 2 yards, I don't want to get smacked like that.
Yeah. We'll see Gould coming in from the sideline. And a stoppage in play. A little meeting by the officials. A sideline infraction against Port.
And also the single A championship plaque. So stick around after the game and watch the players receive their awards.
So now Wagner will be out of the shotgun. The trips on the far side this time. It's going to be a handoff up the middle. Is Caldwell. He gets out to the 31. Gain of 3. Postawait on the tackle. Third down now facing Redbank. Not a lot of success so far tonight.
Yeah, probably 4 down territory here.
Yeah, I agree. You're under 10 here in the second. You're down 2 scores. You're this close. You know, defense did a great job against Port last time. Wagner looking to pass. He gets it out to Huffman. He makes a remarkable catch, but he dropped it. Oh, in and out of the hands of Jackson Huffman. He would have been down at the 5-yard line. Good coverage downfield.
And I mentioned that game earlier in the season down in New Bethlehem. It was a pass almost exactly like that. Perfect.
Way to just punch it away there by Kellen Vayu. Perfect pass, hits Huffman right in the hands.
In that first game, that's what prompted Coach Saltzman to kind of go to that nickel defense to have a safety over top because Vayu's there.
So now it'll be trips.
Beautiful pass.
Wagner looking to pass. He'll get it out here too. Oh, is it taken away? No, it is incomplete. But the route was jumped by Vayu. He's looking for Huffman again. So it'll be a turnover on downs. The Gator defense stands tall.
Yeah, either way, it was 4th down, so good job by Vayu.
Yeah, just jumped the route. I wasn't sure if he came away with it at first.
That's just such a tough assignment. Hey, go guard one of the best, dynamic athletes in the district.
Right.
No help over top, but Vayu's done a great job so far.
So now the Gators, with 9:34 to go in the half, will have the ball at the 31-yard line. And Funk will be on the high side. And Hauver down here near us. Bliss alone in the backfield. Motion by Vayu. It's going to be a handoff to him. He's going to catch the edge out across the 35, racing past the 40. And depending on the spot, near a first down. I think they might have ruled him just short. So a 2nd and inches.
Great play call by Coach Seth Lowry. Bulldog defense.
No, they do award him the first down.
Yeah. Really keying on Bliss by the looks of it.
Yeah. Yeah, Vayu's had a lot of success running the ball. Obviously, that big 74-yarder. Thank you for doing the math on that.
Where's Mr. Savinsky? He's got to double check my work here.
So Hauver down near us. And some whistles.
And we haven't seen it much, but, I think there's some opportunities for quick screens here. You see the Bulldog cornerback 10 yards back in New Bethlehem. It looked like they were kind of cheating in, expecting the run. So I think the opportunity's there. We haven't seen it much this year from the Gators, but
so the whistle and stoppage was the clock was not running. So the officials making sure the game clock's moving. And they put it down to 8:55. So now first down. Kind of the same formation the Gators had in the last play. Bliss alone, blitz shown. It's going to go to Bliss. He gets around the outside, picks up a good chunk of yardage, drags a few Bulldogs with him. Gain of 7.
Yeah, that kind of stretch play. Phil Hart's got to give everything he has to get it out to Bliss, and the Bulldog defender's right there as he's getting the ball, but Bliss, makes a move, gets by him, and gets a good chunk of yardage on first down.
I thought he was dead to rights in the backfield, but gets a good chunk, and Devin Weckerly and Braylon Wagner on the tackle for Redbank. Flag on the play.
Not what you want to do on 2nd and short.
That's going to be a false start against the Gators. A little bit of miscommunication there with the lineman. So that will back them up. 2nd and 8 coming.
I just got the head nod from Mr. Savinsky. Math is correct. Checks out.
Nice.
Thank you.
I'm going to let you do it. So play coming in here. Yeah, that big line formation again for Redbank, really just selling out on the run. Five linemen. It's going to be a toss to Bliss. He's going to cut it back.
A lot of room.
A lot of room in front. Out across midfield. One man to beat. 45-40. 35-30. And he's going to be forced out of bounds by Carson Gould. A huge first down. They're going to rule him out at the 27.
Yeah, good job by Gould to track him down here. Just to stay with him.
And another Gator first down.
Now 32, not 37. Or what did I say?
I'm not checking your math again.
27. It's the 27-yard line. Kind of a bunch trips formation on the high side for the Gators. Phil Hart under center. It's going to be another handoff to Bliss. Stops, reverses course, up the middle, and across the 25. Wrapped up by about 4 Bulldogs. Gain of 4. Kennemuth leading the way for Redbank.
There's so many great plays over Aiden Bliss's career, but it's some of those simple plays like that. Gets the handoff in the backfield. Looks like he's going to lose 2-3 yards. Just kind of assesses the situation, hops over here, and he gains what, 3 yards?
Yeah.
Most people lose 2 there.
So play coming in, Gators getting set. And motion from Vayu. Goes to Bliss. Picking his way up and gets to near the 20, about the 21-yard line. Peyton Kennemuth, number 11. The leading tackler there for the Bulldogs.
You've mentioned his name many times. Doing a good job.
So 3rd and 4 now will face the Gators. Ball is at the 21-yard line. 6:30 on the clock. So Bliss again, the lone back. Vayu in motion, a toss to Bliss to the right. Puts his hand down and keeps those legs churning. He gets near the line to gain. And they are at the 17. Just shy, less than a yard to go. 4th down coming.
Yeah, I thought maybe he had it, but.
Well, just a tremendous effort to get those extra few yards. You know, he's tripped up. He plants his hand in the turf. You know, keeps the legs churning, dives forward, gets to near the line to gain.
Yep.
Just excellent effort there from Bliss. So Phil Hart under center, turns around, hands it off to Bliss. He's up the middle, and he is bottled up, but he picks up the 1st down. So they will move the chains. I mean, he got it by about a yard maybe.
Yeah.
That was very close. Weckerly on the tackle for Redbank, and the Gators are in the red zone.
Yeah, so fairly good defensive set, those couple plays there for Redbank Valley. So we'll see if they can tighten up here near the goal line. Not the play of the game or anything.
No.
Gators only up 15-0, but this would be huge for Redbank, to get a stop, like Coach Gold said, down in New Bethlehem. Only a 1-score game going into halftime.
So this one will go to Vayu. Picks his way up through, still on his feet, out across the 10. And he'll pick up a 1st down for Port all the way down to the 6-yard line. Good run there from Vayu.
Yeah, great job to just sneak through there. I don't know if that's going to be replayed or not. But
Kennemuth on the tackle.
Yeah, Kennemuth again.
He's everywhere. He comes in leading the Bulldogs, 80 tackles on the season.
Yeah, makes sense.
So a 1st and goal from the 6. Auver down here near us. Funk on the high side with Wilfong. Another handoff to Bliss. To the right side, spins out of it, and goes nowhere. Maybe that's a loss. No, he gets back to the line of scrimmage, so no gain on it's now 2nd and goal.
Yeah, I think with a little play action there, if Phil Hart looks like he's going to hand it to Bliss, I think those cornerbacks would come crashing in, just like we talked about in Week 5 when these two teams played. I think the opportunity's there to go to the X or the Z. We'll see if that transpires or not.
Well, I think, everybody's selling out to Aiden, and he's run the ball so much tonight. I think, like you said, it's there. They're going to come crashing. Why wouldn't they? And it's going to go to Bliss. He's going to work his way towards the goal line. He'll be short. Down to the 2. Jace Huffman on the tackle. So 3rd and goal from the 2 now.
Yeah, so Jace Huffman, you mentioned last week. So Dom Corsetti, we talked about him all game, and then the backup comes in, Ethan Corsetti.
Yep.
Hear a lot of the same names.
So about 3.5 to go in the opening half of the District 9 championship game. Gators on top by 15. It's going to be another handoff to Bliss. He gets near it. No signal yet. He is going to be short.
Yeah, very close.
He is an eyelash short. So 4th and goal now.
By number 16,
Jackson Huffman on the tackle for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, Jackson Huffman, I talked about him, in that first matchup, first 2 plays of the game. He's the end. Chases Bliss down, just trips him up. So he's a heck of an athlete out there.
So the Gators will come out. Bliss again, the lone back. Hand off to him. He walks in. Touchdown, Gators. And the Gators are on top by 3 scores here in the first half.
Yeah.
A 3rd rushing touchdown for Aiden Bliss.
You hear about running backs running downhill. This looks like a guy running downhill. Good luck trying to tackle that. Good block downfield by Garen Wright, putting his guy into the back of the end zone. Like to see that.
So now 21-0 with 2:49 to go in the first half. And the Gators lined up to go for 2. Bliss kind of out of the Wildcat formation, waiting for something to develop. He is tripped up and dropped short. So 2nd straight 2-point conversion, no good for the Gators.
Yeah, but still good to see
21-0. Yeah.
Just like if you had 3 touchdowns and 3 extra points. So
right. Oh yeah. No, there's no hurt.
I guess we'll take it.
Yeah. I mean, if you told me when we got up here that it would be 21-0 with 2:49 to go in the first half, I mean, well. Yeah. I mean, everybody would take that.
Yeah. I mean, I was nervous as a fan, as a parent, as you know.
Yeah.
I just thought this was going to be a slugfest. You know, the way the first matchup was, and I'm not saying this is, you know, there's a lot of ball game left. The way the first matchup went, and then, you know, seeing the way Redbank Valley, how they've played these last couple weeks. Like Coach Gold said, they were 3-4. Now they're
8-4.
8-4.
Yeah.
And they've beat some good teams.
Okay, you'll see a new graphic on the center top of the screen. That is for the Gator Football Boosters. They are wrapping up their end-of-season activities. If you'd like to make a donation to the Football Boosters, please scan their QR code and Venmo them. And they, you know, feed the players before every game.
Yeah, they do a great job.
Do a fantastic job. End-of-the-season banquet coming up here in December. So they've asked us to kind of spread the word for them, and we're happy to do so. So please support the Football Boosters. Funk on to kick and gets a good deep kick. That'll back Magnotti up to the 6. And he's out across the 20, heading to the far sideline, still on his feet, out to the 30, 35, and he's finally pushed out of bounds. Great return, about 29 yards.
Yeah, great return there for Redbank Valley. Fights off a couple defenders, and he's still upright at the end of the play.
Yeah. Yeah, forced out by the freshman, Aiden Bachman. So 1st and 10 for Redbank at the 36. See if they can figure out this Gator defense.
So Capel playing center field here, so they kind of have, well, here he comes.
And Wagner back to pass, looking all kinds of times, still in the pocket. Now he'll roll. Got a little bit of room in front of him. He's chased out of bounds by Skeet. Gain of about 4.
Yeah, postal 8, the Velociraptor just won't go away. Wagner has plenty of time, but
yeah, just great coverage on the back end. And I said 4 yards. They actually marked him at only a gain of a yard.
Yeah. Great coverage by the Gators. I saw Capel's playing center field, and as soon as I say it, all of a sudden he comes flying up. Yeah, it's a tough read for the quarterback. You know, pre-snap, you think you know what you're going to do, and then all of a sudden the defense in front of you changes.
Well, and, you know, we've said if you give Wagner that kind of time, he's going to carve you up. But he's going to look deep again. He is overthrown. He's looking for Carson Gould. Good coverage downfield by the Gators. Kellen Vayu over there.
Yeah, Vayu's done a great job so far. Tough assignment with Huffman earlier.
Yeah, now he's got Carson Gould, another standout for the Bulldogs.
Yeah.
And we'll see a meeting of the officials. And, a play card. Something I'm sure Coach Binkowski doesn't want just laying around.
Yeah. We saw last week, was it Bliss?
Yeah.
Came out after a play, and then Coach Binkowski was right there. Make sure no one grabbed that.
So now 4 wide for Wagner, alone in the backfield. And he'll get it out to Huffman. Oh, is popped loose
he's popped.
on a huge hit from Aiden Bliss, and Huffman is still on the turf. Boy, what a hit. Huffman is up on his feet. Looking for his favorite target there, Jackson Huffman. Just a good, clean shoulder-to-chest hit by Bliss. And certainly not full speed, but boy, it doesn't take much to be hit by Aiden Bliss.
Yeah, and I kind of did my plea there to college recruiters. I was talking to Aiden's dad, Brandon, the other day. I mean, I could see him as an outside backer in college.
Oh, yeah.
If for some reason you don't want him as a running back, I think he'd be a great outside backer.
So Huffman back to kick. He gets another beauty away. And that is going to bounce at the 30. This time it won't take as great of a Bulldog bounce, but rolls inside the 25-yard line to the 24s. 2:05 left here in the opening half. Gators up 21-0. And now with the ball.
Yeah, I mean, I'll try to squeeze in a quick story here. After Port Allegany played Fort Cherry last year, Matt Sieg pulled Aiden aside and he said, look, are you getting recruited by Penn State? No, and he tried to, I mean, I'm hoping I'm not speaking out of turn, but, you know, Aiden was interested, and Penn State wasn't really, wasn't showing much interest, and Sieg was doing what he could to try to get him some looks. So, hey, maybe it's a blessing that the Penn State coaching staff is not there anymore, because they missed something.
Yeah, not a great year for the Nittany Lions. So now Phil Hart will be under center. Bliss again, the lone setback. It's going to be a pass He's going to have to step up in the pocket, fires it, complete to Wilfong out to the 41-yard line. So a pickup of 7 on that pass.
Yeah, I like the velocity from Phil Hart. He kind of has that sidearm motion, but great zip on that.
Yeah, we saw that twice last week against Keystone, right down here in the end zone to our right. 2 passing touchdowns last week. Some motion here from Wilfong. Hand off to Bliss, makes a man miss, 2 men miss, and just the Bulldogs are too many. A loss of 3.
And the clock's ticking here.
Yeah, 1:23 on the clock. It'll be a 3rd and long for Port. And now we'll see a timeout taken. So that timeout is taken by Coach Gold of Redbank Valley.
28-yard line.
So I'd like to thank the Gator Network crew again, especially the 2 outside, brave in the cold. Our main cameraman up here in the bleachers, Daniel Morey, and our on-field cameraman, Dave Bartlett. And up here enjoying the unseasonably mild weather is our director and producer, Jason Okerlund, our scoreboard operator, Troy Glasgow. Carrie, always a good time.
Yeah.
12th time this year.
Yeah. Yeah, appreciate you guys going on the road. I know last year was kind of the first year that we started doing home and away. We only missed 2 games last year, I believe.
Yep, Brockway and Smethport.
Yep. So hats off to you guys for taking the time to come over here. Left at, 3:30 for a 7 o'clock game? It's only 45 minutes away.
Yeah. Well, a little closer to 4, but still, 3 hours ahead and a lot of prep time. Phil Hart to pass. He's going to have to step up in the pocket, sidearms it out. It is caught by Vayu, and he is popped very hard, but he hangs on. That is Wilfong. My apologies.
I hope he's okay.
But he hangs on. But he is still down on the field. Timeout, Port Allegany. He picked up the first down, but here at the end, I don't know how he hung on to this. But the hit delivered by Easton Magnotti. Another clean hit. Just
a round of applause for number 8, Nick Wilfong.
Yeah, what a play.
He is up and walks off under his own power. And just has his helmet lifted up and getting a drink of Gatorade.
Yeah, and hats off to the public address announcer here in Kane to, announce Nick's name, and amazing catch.
It truly was.
That was a big play there.
Yeah, it was a 3rd and long. You get stopped there. You're potentially punting it away, giving Redbank Valley another chance here right before half. And they will receive the ball in the second half.
Yeah, so worst case scenario, if you just run the clock out, which we don't want them to do, and the Gators probably won't do.
Right.
But, hey, if you go in with a 21-0 lead, not a bad half.
No. So now Capel in for Wilfong. We'll see Bliss heading to the outside. Phil Hart rolling to his right, retreating. He'll heave it downfield, and it's going to be taken. Oh, my gosh. That was going to be the easiest pick of Carson Gold's career, and he drops it.
By number 7.
I mean, that hit him square in the chest.
Yeah, that could have been disaster.
But thankfully, he drops it. I mean, he was taking that thing to the house. So it's a 2nd and 10 now with 1:06. Here in the Gray Mac Equipment Rental and Fox's Pizza Den of Port Allegany, 2nd quarter. So now I think the Gators are going to have to regroup after that. I don't know what was going on there, but disaster averted. So now Phil Hart will be out of the shotgun. Bliss will be to his left. And it's going to be another pass. Pressure off the edge. Phil Hart still, he's going to roll to this side, and he gains about 5. So taken down by number 71, Jordan Smith. So he gets into Bulldog territory, stops the clock. Ball will be spotted at the 49-yard line. A 3rd and 3 facing the Gators.
Yeah, so Phil Hart's certainly athletic. You can see it on the, some of the pass plays where he's able to scramble around. Good speed.
Yeah, hats off to Brennan tonight. He, a few times I think he would have been wrapped up, but he gets free and Bulldogs showing a little bit more blitz here. It's going to be a fake screen. Phil Hart going to roll to his right. It's going to be a keeper. He picks up the first down. Takes a pretty decent hit there at the end. And a timeout taken by Port to stop the clock with 52.4 seconds. Weckerly on the tackle for Redbank, and the ball is spotted at the 43.
That gain by Phil Hart is good for another Gator first down.
So the Gators still moving the ball very well. You know, a lot of time. They have one timeout left.
One timeout.
So we'll see Capel coming off with Wilfong coming back in.
Yeah, good to see that. Boy, he took a shot.
Yeah, he did.
But way to lay out for that. I mean, that's giving everything you got for your team.
So we'll see if Port continues to keep it on the ground or maybe takes a shot here. They really haven't pushed the ball downfield too much tonight. But I think, like you said, Kerry, you saw that play action. They're going to bite. And there's going to be something open over the top.
Yeah. Yeah, you can see this cornerback over here cheating in, just not really thinking there's going to be a pass here. And there have not been very many passes that way, so why wouldn't you cheat in? And that's where I think that the play action would really catch him off guard.
So we'll see 4 receivers down here near us. Funk on the high side. So blitz showing. Good pocket. Phil Hart going to roll to his left, looking downfield. Steps and fires, and it is caught. No, it is dropped in and out of the hands of Aiden Bliss, who had to come back for it. So the clock stops with 44 seconds, 2nd and 10 now.
Yeah, plenty of time, 44 seconds.
Big pressure on the play from number 16, Jackson Huffman.
Yeah, Huffman bearing down on Phil Hart, but just staying elusive tonight. Now kind of a typical formation that we would see. 2 receivers here low. Hover and Wilfong. Funk on the high side. And in that slot is Vayu. Phil Hart out of the shotgun. He's going to pass again. Good pocket. Fires it down. Wide open is Nick Wilfong. He drops it this time. He is buried by Carson Gould. Another huge hit. This time he cannot hang on. There it is on replay. Beautiful pass.
Nick's got to be thinking, man, when am I just going to be wide open and not get popped?
You know, he turns to his right. He turns to his left. He probably doesn't get buried. But, you know, that's hindsight. 38 seconds on the clock. 3rd and 10.
Yeah, and I wouldn't be afraid of just handing to Aiden Bliss here and seeing what happens.
Yeah.
I like spreading it out here.
Yeah, I like trying to keep him honest by throwing the ball. And it's going to be another pass by Phil Hart. Gets it out to Hover. He is caught, and he's taken down by number 24, Brock George. That's going to be a first down. And the last timeout taken by Coach Justin Minkowski with 33 seconds. So they move the chains.
Yeah, I mean, I've been beating that drum all year. I think the opportunity's there, and Phil Hart can sling it. So, and I know the guys can catch it. So, you know, good snag there by Liam Hover. That puts him at what, the 32. You know, so within striking distance here, no timeouts, right?
No timeouts.
Okay, so you know, incompletions don't hurt you.
Oh, no,
stops the clock,
no.
get the reset. You're over there texting. I was going to check and see what the Wilmington Greenville score is.
Yeah, that'd be a good one to look at.
Or some of the other ones from, there's what, Brockway's playing.
Yep.
Carn City, Punxsutawney.
I think I heard our friends from Explore Sports down here to our right say that Oil City was up on Punxsutawney 10-0.
Okay.
But that was, oh boy, probably 15 minutes ago. So we will see Hover and Funk and Bliss tripped out to the right. Vayu alone in the backfield with Phil Hart. Phil Hart looking to pass. Pressure coming. Phil Hart going to step up. A lot of room. But he is wrapped up. They're going to have to get it moving.
Yep, might have to
clock this. Receivers getting back. They're going to get set, and he does spike the ball. So 17 seconds on the clock. So Phil Hart gained 5 on that. Unfortunately, no timeouts left for Port.
And good job by the Gators to get to the line of scrimmage quickly and clock it. We just take it for granted that, you know, we've watched a lot of games over the years, but, you know, these are 15, 16, 17, 18-year-old kids, and you can't just take for granted, oh, they know time's running out, they got to clock it. Like,
yeah, good game awareness.
Yeah.
By the Gators to get back. So they will try it here on 3rd and 5. Philhart going to pass. Going to roll to his right. Flag on the play, probably coming back. He heaves it to the end zone. And it might have been, that's incomplete, hit the turf. That's probably coming back. That was in the area of holding. Good downfield coverage, though, by Redbank.
Yeah, at this point, they kind of know it's coming, so I don't know. I mean, it would be your last play unless you score, unless you score a touchdown, but.
And it was a hold against the Gators. Back them up 10, and we will replay the down.
You know, maybe an old school draw, just kind of
run it out,
drop back, and then just tuck it in the belly, Aiden Bliss, and say, hey,
you know,
get what you can get.
9 seconds, I'd go for it.
Send everybody deep.
Send it, yeah. You know, even if they pick it off, short of them returning it for a touchdown, the half's over. I mean, which is possible, but. And they will just take a knee. Gators happy to go into halftime. Clock actually never started until after he need that. So that'll be it for the first half. Port Allegany on top, 21-0. On their way. I don't want to say that. I don't want to say that, but looking great here in the District 9 Championship.
Yeah, so far so good. I would like to have seen an opportunity there. Give it to your best player and see what he can do.
Right, yeah. So our halftime is sponsored by Pine Valley Landscaping, Moe's of West Mill Street, Eddie's on Main, and Carlson Dental. Carrie and I are going to take a little break, get something to eat and something to drink, and we'll join you before the start of the second half.
Good evening, everyone, and presenting the 2025 Redbank Valley Marching Band under the direction of Keegan McLean, Assistant Director Adam Myers, and Color Guard Instructor Haley Barrett. The band is led by Drum Major Ryan Hepler and Color Guard Captains Helena Barrett, Adeline Crawford, and Madeline Fighter. Tonight's performance is Dare to Dream, featuring Believer by Imagine Dragons, Dream On by Aerosmith, and Defying Gravity from Wicked. Soloists are Joey Bryson on trombone, Jeanette Portman on mellophone, and Isaac Nicelomer on trumpet. Now enjoy the one, the only, the Mighty Bulldog Marching Band!
How's it going out here, bud? You're not even wearing your coat, huh? Not cold?
Not that bad.
No?
I just have my coat in the lab.
Oh, yeah, you might want to wear your coat. So what have you gotten so far?
Water,
Okay, we are back. About a minute to go here before the second half kickoff. Some stats here courtesy of Lori Chase. Aiden Bliss has 20 carries for 139 yards, 3 touchdowns. Brennan Philhart is 3 for 9 passing for 34 yards. And Kellen Vayu has 4 carries for 98 yards. So Carey, kind of a big offensive outputting there for Port Allegany in the first half. Kind of stalls out as we head into halftime with that last drive. Really no Aiden Bliss to be seen, and not a lot of success downfield. Credit to the Redbank Valley secondary and on the defensive line really getting after Brennan Philhart, making him uncomfortable. Do you think now, after just maybe testing the waters, see if it's there, maybe it really wasn't there, we go back to the run here in the second half, or kind of a mixed bag?
With the pass, I think the pass has been there all year, especially when you have such dynamic backs as Bliss and Vayu. Like I've been harping on, when you are pretty sure they're going to get the ball, the play action is there. Even without play action, you just roll out, and you're going to kind of pin your ears back and think that they're going to hand it off. In that scenario there, I would like to see Aiden Bliss touch it once. I mean, he's the best player in the district, and you know, one play, I don't care if he's at the 10-yard line on this side of the field or the 10-yard line on that side of the field, he's got an opportunity to score with the ball in his hands, but you got to put the ball in his hands.
Right. So Jared Funk is teeing up the ball back deep for Redbank Valley is number 1, Eli Schaefer, and number 12, Easton Maganati. And kind of a mixed bag, really, for Redbank Valley. You see a little bit of success with Wagner running. I mean, he's not really breaking anything huge. It's all, 3, 4, 5, 6 yards. And just great downfield coverage by the Gator secondary. That pass down here to Huffman at the 5, knocked away by Vayu. The hard hit. So, and we are underway here in the second half. It'll be Magnati out across the 20 to the 25. Cuts it back up, hurdles a man to 30, and driven backwards by Gavin Moses and Aiden Bachman. And the Bulldogs will take over their first drive of the second half at the 32-yard line.
Yeah, so we'll see what the Gators do here defensively. I kind of heard through the grapevine that might have to change things up defensively. We'll kind of wait to see who all comes out, and if someone's on the sidelines here, we'll kind of confirm that. But
so it will be a toss to Huffman. He's coming our way. He's tripped up in the backfield by Julian Capel. A loss of 4. Great job by Julian Capel to chase down Jackson Huffman.
Yeah, great job. Finds a gap there. Great open field tackle on a great athlete. Kind of what I was alluding to is heard through the grapevine that you might not see Nick Wilfong the rest of the game. See Liam Hoover here at the cornerback position. Funk in now at safety.
And Huffman will be in motion. He'll settle inside Carter and a false start on Redbank. Will back him up 5 more. Yeah, I mean, he just took a beating, if that is in fact the case. Obviously, we don't see him on the field right now, but he just took a beating there in that first half.
Yeah, and I'm looking down the sideline. I think he's right here with his jersey off, standing next to Tarbox. It's just been one of those years. I mean, incredible success for the Gators, but you look at Kaiser, Tarbox, and now Wilfong. I mean, as great as this team has been, I don't want to play the what-if game, but, man, I mean, you'd love to see your seniors be able to play.
Right. So Huffman will be in motion again, and Wagner to pass. He steps up, has time. Oh, it's taken away by Vayu. He's going to walk in. Touchdown, Port Allegany. Kellen Vayu picks it off.
Kellen Vayu in return for a Port Allegany touchdown.
Just jumped the route, and Wagner never saw him. Throws it late.
Man, look at that closing speed.
Great job by Kellen Vayu.
By number 4, Kellen Vayu.
27-0. Port Allegany on top here in the district title game.
I'm so happy for him. The success he's had on defense here. The one over his shoulder here, perfect pass to Huffman that he wasn't able to hang on to. But a great 4th down play over here that he batted down. Man, what an athletic play there.
Yeah.
The speed to close that quick. Take it to the house.
And a timeout taken by Port.
Port Allegany.
With 10:42 to go here in the PLD Masonry and Concrete and Port Allegany VMI third quarter. And our game sponsor, John Griggs Luxury Travel.
Yeah, I was talking to my brother before the game, knowing that Griggs was going to be our game sponsor. I was thinking back. So he was class of 96. I was class of 01. So I was in like 7th grade, his senior year. Great basketball player, 1,000-point scorer. Some absolute battles between Port Allegany and Cotter Sport basketball back then. He was a big guy. Stavisky was a big guy. And then Cowdy had Mike Wetzel, Casey Coburn, John Wallace was their point guard. He was incredible. I mean, those were just some battles. So brought back some good memories there.
So the Gators lined up to go for 2. And it's going to be a toss to Bliss. He's going to have to retreat. Look at a pass. Stiff arms a man off. Still backing up and heaves it. It is blocked by Maganati. So no good on the 2-point conversion. But the Gators add 6 more here early in the second half with a 4-touchdown lead.
Yeah. To come out of halftime, 21-0, not even touch the ball, get a touch, you know, to get a touchdown there. I think you're feeling pretty good. You know, Redbank Valley has the capability of scoring points, so you can't rest on your laurels.
Right. I mean, they scored last week against Union, AC Valley, 4 consecutive possessions. So, and we're down 20 and scored 21 unanswered against them. So,
and that was the biggest comeback Coach Gold said he'd had. Was you talking about that game?
I think that was a different game earlier in the year.
Oh, okay. But certainly have the capability of striking fast.
Yeah, absolutely. So our back is Maganati and Schaefer. Funk to kick for the Gators. And Funk gets a nice deep kick. That one's going to be taken by Schaefer. Out across the 20, head to the sideline, 25, still on his feet, 30, and taken down at about the 33-yard line. A good return there from Eli Schaefer. Lane Gay on the tackle for Port.
Yeah, with Will Fong out, you're going to see, that's an extra guy that's got to step in on special teams. And defensively, like we said, Hauver steps up to cornerback. That puts Funk in at safety. It's not easy to just move the pieces around.
Right.
Especially with someone like Nick Wolfong, such a great tackler, great cover guy.
Right. I mean, I think tonight might have been the first tackle we've seen him miss all year. Wagner looking to pass. He's going to have to step up in the pocket. He's going to be pressured. He's going to roll out, still looking downfield. He's going to tuck it and run, and stays in bounds, and he is forced out at the 38-yard line. So a gain of 6. Hauver and Postlethwaite forcing Wagner out.
Yeah, and the Gators are doing such a great job of getting after Wagner. It'd be nice to see one more guy coming, but they've played so well in the pass game that I don't know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Right. So 2nd and 4 from the 38. Trips near us. Wagner to pass. And he'll get it out to Maganati. Out across midfield, and he's taken down by Bliss. And they will mark him at the 49-yard line. He caught it. He was in Gator territory and driven back. So first down for Redbank.
I thought that was an opportunity there for Capel. It looked like Wagner just kind of stood up and looked that way. Not much trickery and, coming that way. And I just thought maybe Capel was going to get an opportunity to step in front of that pass.
So we'll have trips receivers near us. One high side, lone back with Wagner. Looking to pass again, looking out here to his right. He hits Huffman in stride, and he is forced out of bounds by number 10, Jared Funk.
Pass complete on a good catch by number 16, Jackson Huffman. Knocked out of bounds on a good hit by number 10, Jared Funk.
Yeah, so they'll move the chains again. They hit him in stride. Now, is Redbank kind of catching their footing here a little bit?
Yeah, they certainly have the capability, like we've said.
Yeah, the ball is spotted at the 33. You'll see, maybe they're going to try taking advantage of no Nick Wilfong. So trips high side, Wagner again to pass. Looking left, he's going to have some pressure in his face. Lobs one towards the sideline, out of bounds. Liam Hauver, the nearest Gator, nearly got a finger on it. That would have made 5 on the year if he was a little bit closer.
Out of bounds.
So a 2nd and 10 now coming for Redbank. Good pressure that time from the Gators.
Yeah, and I think that's the key. Like we've said, you let Wagner dance around back there. He's probably going to find somebody. So the defensive line just has to keep doing what they're doing.
So trips again. And this one will be a handoff. It is Caldwell. Gets out to the 25, 23-yard line, near the line to gain. A rare run by Redbank, but Brennan Philhart brings him down.
So it looks like they walked up Aiden Bliss, and then they were able to, kind of sneak through a gap there. So, good play there by Redbank Valley. 3rd and short, 4 down territory. Tough for the Gators here to not give up an inch on 2 plays, but
right.
Not that you want to concede the first down, but
yeah, 3rd and 1, all at the 24, and a formation that we're not used to seeing is Wagner under center, kind of a tush push, and he'll pick up the first down for Redbank.
Yeah, I think that was Huffman.
Oh.
On the quarterback keeper, and he gets a Redbank Valley first down.
I think it might have been either way, but I heard the public address announcer say Wagner, but I think it was Huffman.
I've been wrong before, so.
Been wrong many times.
1st and 10 now at the 22. Good drive here put together by Redbank after that interception from Vayu. It's a design run by Wagner. He's going to head to the outside, have to reverse his field, and he's taken down by Capel.
Brought down on a nice stop by number 1.
Gain of 3 out to the 20.
Heck of a run there by Wagner.
Yeah.
Covers a lot of ground, and good job to kind of zigzag his way through.
I think, good job to the Gator defense, staying home. Obviously Redbank wants to probably spread you out a little bit and then open a hole for Wagner to, if he can't pick you apart, he's going to kind of run. There really hasn't been a lot there for Wagner tonight. It's going to be a pass. Gets it out here to Magnotti. 20, 15, 10, still on his feet, taken down by Bliss. And that'll be another Bulldog first down.
Yeah, Redbank Valley's kind of finding their stride here. Magnotti, you've seen how athletic he is on the kick returns.
Yeah.
So getting it to him in space.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Yeah, great run. I mean, a lot of yards after contact. Puts him down at the 9. 1st and goal. And it trips high side again. Lone receiver down low is Huffman. It's going to go to Caldwell. And he's bottled up in the backfield by Jackson Young and Gavin Moses.
Yeah, great job there by Jackson Young. Doesn't get his name called a lot, but does his job there. Yeah, just very feisty there, fighting his guy off.
Yeah, loss of 4 on the play, backs him up to the 13-yard line.
Yeah, that defensive line has done a good job. Moses, Young, Wright, Postaway, doing a good job of,
Yeah, they really have tonight. And it's going to be a quarterback keeper by Wagner. He's going to reverse course, and he's going to be chased down. And that was by Bliss and Skeet.
He has nowhere to go. Brought down
So that is brought down at the 16, so a loss of 3 on that play.
Yeah, for our if you haven't been a regular listener, Skeet is interchangeable with Isaac, Postaway. So.
Oh yeah. So sorry for all of our, not all of our loyal watchers. Hopefully good contingent from Clarion County, Redbank Valley. Hopefully tuning in, and we appreciate everybody tuning in. Hopefully you're enjoying the broadcast here on the Gator Network. So 3rd and goal now from the 15. Wagner looking to pass. He's going to have a lot of time. He'll throw it to the end zone and out of bounds. Just a little bit too far for Huffman. But good coverage downfield. I see Jared Funk coming back on. I mean, 6'5", Jared Funk, probably not a direction you want to throw it to. But when you have Jackson Huffman who can climb the ladder like he can and come down, good hands, but just a touch too far out. 4th and goal from the 15 now for Redbank. Probably their best opportunity all night.
Yeah, almost a must for Redbank Valley to score here. Gators have to pressure him. I think if you let him dance around back there.
Yeah.
Wilfong's out. I mean, you still got a good secondary in there, but I think the key is to get after Wagner.
Yeah, I totally agree. And it will be a pass by Wagner. Good pressure. He's going to be forced out. He's going to be chased down by Gavin Moses, who will dive. He eludes him. Skeet in his face. Throws it to the end zone, and it is bobbled. Incomplete. Turnover on downs. So the Gators once again stop the Bulldogs on 4th down, and they'll get the ball back deep in their own territory. So just not a lot not a lot there for Wagner. You know, a lot of time, you know, and rolls out, eludes Moses, and then has postal weight bearing down on him. He's to the end zone, but it's just, again, it would have been a miraculous catch and a toe tap on the sideline to come down with that.
Yeah. I think most teams don't have as athletic of defensive ends as postal weight and Moses to be able to chase a guy down. I think Wagner's used to having a little bit more time to, you know, relax back there and pick you apart.
So the Gators will start 1st and 10. Motion from Vayu. It's going to be a toss to Bliss. Breaks a tackle in the backfield, still fighting ahead. He will pick up 2. 71 on the tackle, Jordan Smith, another name we've been calling a lot tonight.
Yeah. I won't beat the drum too much more on the play action. We you know, I've mentioned that. I think that's open, but I think at this point maybe you go back to Vayu, something misdirection.
Yep.
Redbank Valley clearly keying on Bliss.
The ball is at the 17. And the Gators come set. And it'll go to Bliss. Picking his way up ahead. Good run out to near the 25. Down to the 24. So he will be 2 yards short. Gain of 7 on that.
And number 16, Jackson Huffman.
So 3rd and 2 coming up.
3rd and 2 for a Gator first
But
down.
when in doubt, I mean, just like on that drive there at the end of the first half, I think just give it to Aiden Bliss. I mean, why not?
Right. Yeah, best player in the district.
Yeah.
But I did like the thought, you know, 9 seconds. Why not heave it deep? So the Gators all bunched up together. Bliss alone in the backfield. Phil Hart under center. It is going to go to Bliss. Kind of picking his way ahead, and he gets it a first down for Port. A gain of 3 when he needed 2. So they will move the chains.
Somebody else coming off. Looks
Garen
like
Wright.
Hanging his shoulder.
Garen Wright off. Ryan Carlson now on for Port.
I was going to say, it seems like Redbank Valley's timing the play pretty quick. I think you go on 2 here once just to keep them honest.
Right.
They just seem like they're...
Yeah, they have been timing that perfect. And it seems Aiden's been met in the backfield as the handoff is in his belly by that Redbank defense. Blitz shown again. It'll be a toss to Bliss. And stop, but falls ahead to about the 34, the 29, sorry, the 29-yard line. Gain of 1. Gain of 2, 2nd and 8.
There comes Wright. That's good.
Yep.
Gosh, you hate to see anybody get hurt. And, you know, the Gators have lost their, you know, fair share of guys this year.
So a trips formation bunched together. This one's going to go to Bliss. He's coming near side. Good hold out across the 40. Still on his feet, out across midfield. He's going to go. 30, 25, 15, 10, 5, walks in. Touchdown, Aiden Bliss. And another one for Port Allegany. 68-yard scamper from Bliss.
Just bowls that guy over. And look at the speed here.
Just pulls away. Wagner tries chasing him down in the end. Boy, what a run from Aiden Bliss. 33-0 with 3 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter. The Gators pouring it on.
Yeah, so Bliss came in with 114 career touchdowns. That's the District 9 record. Eclipsed Nick Stewart with 94 earlier in the season. So, what, 4 more? 118. Whew.
So lining up for a 2-point conversion. And it'll be a toss to Vayu heading towards the edge. Cuts it back. He gets in for the 2-pointer. 35-0.
And then you see how wide open that play was, because you're certain that Bliss is getting it.
Wow.
Yeah, if you'd have told me earlier 35-0 with 3 minutes left in the 3rd quarter, I'd say no way. No way.
No, I really didn't expect this. I mean, I'm very, very happy, obviously, as a Gator fan. And then, you know, just from what we saw in New Bethlehem earlier this year, you know, it was 36-6 final, but 12-6 at half.
Yeah.
This is
completely different game.
Bliss has surpassed 200 yards rushing on a night with 4 touchdowns. to add to his District 9 record.
So the public address announcer acknowledging Aiden, over 200 on the night, 4 touchdowns, just building that number up at that all-time leading rusher record.
Yeah, and we were looking pregame and talking about, 9.6 yards a carry for your entire career. The closest guy.
He's at 225 carries for 224, courtesy of Lori Chase. Thank you, Lori.
Yeah, so let's go back to our notes here. Let's see who the closest guy was. I don't think it was within a yard.
No, it was a yard shy was the closest. I think that was Collins.
Brady Collins.
Yeah, from Clearfield. So Funk will boot a good one, backing Magnotti all the way up to the 8-yard line. And he heads towards the sideline. He's tripped up by Capel. Or by Philhart, sorry, by Philhart. That gets him out to the 25. Or we'll see that Redbank offense that's just been stuck in the mud.
Yeah, they really have. Not what we expected. I'd be curious to see what Redbank Valley has done statistically.
And with the score being 35-0, we will now have a running clock for the remainder of the game.
Wow.
Running clock. Yeah,
Can you imagine that? Mercy ruling in the district title game.
Wasn't on my bingo card.
Yeah. So Wagner's going to be out of the shotgun again. A little screen pass out here to Magnotti. He crosses across the 25 to the 30, still on his feet. Across the 35 to the 40. Could he bust it? He might. One man to beat. Will he be chased down? He is by Jared Funk. Great hustle across the field by Funk to save the touchdown. Huge run there from Easton Magnotti.
Yeah, I thought that play was going to go for about 6-7 yards, and I was getting ready to say, hey, that might be the bread and butter there, is because that's tough to tackle him in space like that, and he proved that he's got the athleticism to break it. So.
Yeah, I was not sure anybody was touching him, so hats off to Jared Funk. So now they're at the 17, 1st and 10. Wagner again out of the shotgun. Good pocket, looking downfield. He's going to step up. He's going to run it. And he will slide down at the 8 before he can get popped by Julian Capel. Good idea there from Wagner.
Yeah, great job by Wagner. And Capel kind of pats him on the head like, yep, that was a smart idea.
So 2nd and 2, a gain of 7 on that, or gain of 8.
So we talked kind of extensively about it earlier. Port Allegany and Redbank have played, regular season in the district. This is the 6th time in 3 years.
Yeah.
So over the course of these guys' careers, they've played each other, 7 times, 4 seasons?
That's a lot.
8 times.
You get very familiar. Wagner to pass. He gets it out. He's complete to number 14, and he is dropped a touch shy. That is Wyatt Byers. And
he was brought down on the play by number 31.
Bliss on the tackle. So now this is the best chance for Redbank.
Yeah, I correct myself. They've only played each other 7 times in 4 years, but I guess my point is they've played each other a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, they have. And you get familiar with guys. And you play at such a high competitive level. You see each other in 3 straight championship games. It's got to be a lot of – it's Huffman. And he's running backwards.
Jeez.
Great job there by Gavin Moses. The tush-push fails.
Incredible tackle by number 52, Gavin Moses.
Here it is on replay. Huffman tried to hurry him to the line.
That's a loss of a yard and a half.
What a tackle.
Yeah. So 2nd and goal. This one's going to be from the 3. They will not have to snap it before the 4th quarter. And I don't think that they're gonna head to the sideline. That's gonna do it. 3 quarters in the books here in the District 9 Single A Championship. Gators on top of Redbank big, 35-0. All right, so let's head back to last year, the district championship game against Redbank. In a rematch of the 2023 championship, the Gators and Bulldogs would meet at Parkway Field in Bradford. Redbank would start with the ball and wasted no time scoring when Wagner connected with Brecken Minnick on a 31-yard gain, and 2 plays later, the same play was successful again as the Bulldogs took a 7-0 lead. After stopping the Gators on their first drive, Redbank Valley faced a 4th down and attempted a trick play to Wagner, who fumbled. Nick Wilfong recovered on the Gator 41. 12 plays later, Bliss found the end zone on a 1-yard run and added the 2-point conversion to make it 8-7. The Gator defense would force a 3-and-out and only needed 3 plays to score when Kaiser broke a 58-yard run to pay dirt. Bliss would add the 2-pointer, 16-7. Kaiser would intercept Wagner and would add another touchdown from 7 yards out. Another Bliss 2-pointer. It was 24-7 at half. On their first drive of the third quarter, the Gators needed only 4 plays to score when Bliss ran in from 1 yard out. Another 2-point conversion, 32-7. The Bulldogs weren't done, however. Wagner connected with Minnick for another touchdown to bring the score to 32-14. Bliss would bust a huge 69-yard touchdown run while breaking tackles to make it 40-14. Kellen Vayu would add a 14-yard touchdown to extend it to 46-14 as the third quarter ended. Yuso Young would sack Wagner and force a fumble, which the Gators recovered at the Bulldog 4-yard line. Bliss would pound it in and connect with Jacob Causer on the 2-pointer, 54-14. Phil Hart would connect to Funk on an 8-yard touchdown pass, another 2-pointer, 62-21. As time was running short, Wagner would find Minnick again on a 58-yard touchdown pass for the final score of the game, 62-28. Wagner looking to pass. He's going to step up. He's going to be dropped. He is sacked by Julian Capel. Put him back at the 12-yard line. So the Gators, here it is on screen again.
That'll set the Redbank Valley Bulldogs up first and goal from the 10-yard.
So the Gators obviously would win the District 9 championship, avenging the loss from the previous year, go on to play District 10 champion Wilmington in DuBois, who they would win. They would beat Fort Cherry and then move on all the way to the state championship game, as we all know, against Bishop Guilfoyle. So that was last year. 3rd and goal from the 11. Wagner looking to pass. He's going to get it over the middle. He complete to Gold inside the 5. Tackle made by Bliss and Hoover.
That'll bring up 4th and goal from the 4-yard line.
So a 4th and goal. Yet another one here for Redbank. Coming back on the field, it looks like Magnotti. As we are now in the stitch-in time and E&M Engineer 4th quarter. Wagner out of the shotgun. It's 4th down now. He's going to have to scramble. Kind of a hold there on Moses. No call. Still rolling. Tries to bullet it in, and he does. It is a touchdown to Easton Magnotti on 4th down.
Pass complete to number 12, Easton Magnotti.
So the shutout is over with 10:25 to go in the game. Great vision, great patience there from Braylon Wagner to find Magnotti in the back of the end zone.
From Braylon Wagner. The number 12, Easton Magnotti.
Might have got away with one there on Gavin Moses.
Yeah.
So the Bulldogs will attempt an extra point. Oh, Capel tried to come off. And can't make it. They're going to have to take an official timeout here. So hopefully just a cramping issue for Julian Capel.
Yeah, I hope so. I don't like the way he fell like that.
And they got him up. And he will walk off under his own power and heads to the sideline.
He might just be plain exhausted.
Yeah, that could be.
He's played his butt off.
Yeah, hopefully it's nothing serious. You know, hopefully maybe just a cramp you got to work out and come back.
To attempt the extra point.
So on to try the extra point is number 84, Titus Smith. Snap, hold, kick on the way. No good, wide left.
The kick is no good.
With 10:25 to go in the game, Gators 35, Bulldogs 6.
Allegany Gators 35, Redbank Valley Bulldogs 6.
So hopefully everything okay with Capel. He's down there on the bench being tended to by Dr. Trinetti and Julie Lowry. Obviously leading tackler on this Gator defense has just played a heck of a game tonight.
Yeah. At this point, let's just get out of here and, you know, capture the district title and keep everybody healthy. Boy.
Right.
like I said, I don't want to play the what-if game, but you look down there, you see Kaiser, one of the best guys from last year.
Yeah.
Didn't get to play his entire senior year. Ethan Tarbox, just a great lineman, out. Will Fong out, one of the best all-around players I've seen in the last 4 years. Capel potentially out. Like, man.
Yeah. And Chase Boyd, great receiver.
Yeah.
Great on defense. He's out. So Smith is going to do a little pooch kick there and drop it in at about the 25. It'll be picked up by Vayu, and he'll just have to fall on it at the 25. Couldn't handle it cleanly. So the Gators will take over there.
Set board up 1st and 10 with 10:22 remaining in the game.
Well, go ahead, Kerry.
I was going to say similar score to what it ended up last time these two teams played, but a lot different way of getting there.
Yep. So the Gators will come set. Bliss in the backfield. Phil Hart's going to be under center. Motion by Vayu. It is going to be a toss to Vayu. Breaks the tackle. Still on his feet. Cutting it back. Cuts it all the way back across field. Still dancing. Trying to get back to the line. And he will pick up a yard after all of that. Just tremendous effort by Kellen just to even get back to the line of scrimmage, let alone gain a yard.
Yeah, to end up with a positive yard there when, like I said, most backs would be -4.
Yeah, Huffman in on the tackle for the Bulldogs. 2nd and 9. Gators obviously looking to slow things down now. Like you said, Kerry, just kind of want to get out of here.
Yeah.
Up by 29. Looking for consecutive district titles for the first time since 2011, 2012. This one's going to go to Bliss. Breaks a tackle in the backfield. Ball on the ground is recovered by Redbank Valley. Number 11, Peyton Kennemuth. Who else? Recovers the fumble. And the Bulldogs will take over at the 31-yard line. Just loses it there. Magnotti on the hit. Gets the ball free from Bliss. And Peyton Kennemuth, right place, right time.
Yes, looks like you're going to see Lane Gay out here, the freshman. Offensively, it looks like Hoover took Wilfong's spot in the slot, and then Bachman went to the X position in place of Hoover, and then
a timeout taken by Coach Blaine Gold with 8:46 on the clock.
So you got to move things around as guys are going down, unfortunately.
Right, Capel still on the bench. Hopefully it's nothing serious. And if the Gators can hold them here, maybe just look forward to next week. So while we have a timeout, we here at the Gator Network would like to thank the Port Allegany School Board, our superintendent Paula Newell, high school principal Mark Budd, and our athletic director Aaron Clark for all their hard work lining these games up, allowing us to come to these games, travel all year long. We appreciate their support throughout the year. And also hats off to Kane High School for rolling out the welcome wagon for us. We did show up about 4:45. They let us in, had the heat going for us. So they've been great the last 2 weeks down here in Kane.
Yeah, they really have, and different public address announcers each week, but enthusiastic for both teams, doing a great job.
Wagner looking to pass. He'll get it out to the flat. And that is to Magnotti, and he's taken down. Gain of 4. And it looks like Vayu in on that. And Bliss. So 2nd and 6 coming up for Redbank, 8.5.
Gain of almost 4 on the play will bring up 2nd and 6 for Redbank.
I'm going to try to check that Greenville-Wilmington score.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's tomorrow? I thought I read where it was Friday.
I did too. Thanks to Jason and Troy for setting us straight. Heaves it to the end zone. And in and out of the hands of the receiver. Great coverage. He would have had to thread the needle to get it there.
Good coverage on the play by number 2, Liam Hauver.
Hauver on the coverage. That was intended for number 12, Easton Maganotti. Seems to be a favorite of Wagner tonight. You know, he's gone to Huffman a few times, but really Magnotti.
Third and 6.
Let me check my notes here.
27-yard line.
So Magnotti and Klauser have combined for 60 receptions, 605 yards, and 7 TDs. So obviously able to get the job done. So 2 receivers each side now for Wagner. Motion here by George.
Probably come this way with a quick screen, right?
And it'll be a pass by Wagner. Good pocket. He's going to step up. He's going to stop. Reverse course. He's going to be swallowed up by Moses. I mean, boy, if he would have either tucked it and run or thrown it. But when you step up and then come back.
Yeah, you see Postowaite's coming after him right here. So he's got to back up. And, here comes Moses.
Bring up 4th and 13 for Redbank Valley.
So 4th and 13 after that sack by Gavin Moses. 2 receivers low side. Wagner looking to pass. Going to have to step up. Good time. And he's going to be chased by Moses again. Moses loses his footing on the turf. Wagner rolls out. He's pointing to the end zone. Heaves it long. Wide open is Huffman. Catches it. Touchdown, Redbank. Jackson Huffman. That was on a 4th and 13. Boy, I mean, you cannot let Wagner scramble around with that much time.
Yeah.
You know, you saw him point, and obviously on the same page was Jackson Huffman.
Big pressure on the play by number 52, Gavin Moses.
Yeah, I think Moses did what he could.
Yeah. I was going to say he just lost the footing on this slick turf. So now a very weird formation for Redbank. See what they do. Wagner back to pass. He's going to have pressure in his face. Over the middle, knocked away and picked off by Bachman. So no good on the 2-point conversion. 6:47 to go in the game. 35-12. Redbank scores 2 quick ones.
Yeah, I expect the onside kick here. We saw Gavin Moses get clocked last week against Keystone on a onside kick. So, man, you hope everyone's careful and you know, a depleted team here with 2 more starters out.
Right. Yeah, we just don't want to see any more injuries, obviously, on either side.
Yeah.
And luckily, you know, for Redbank, it's been a fairly clean game. No real injuries for them. You know, obviously, Huffman took that big shot from Bliss early on, but obviously he's back and just scored a touchdown. So.
I want to squeeze.
All right, Farrell's up on Karn City, 26-13.
I'll squeeze in something here after this play.
Titus Smith on to kick for Redbank. Vayu, the lone man back for Port. And Port anticipating that onside kick, and it is a little pooch kick. It'll fall in and recovered by Port Allegany at the 39.
Onside kick attempt.
That was,
recovered by the Gators.
See who that was.
Recovered by number 3,
Brennan Philhart. Recovered that, so
we'll set the Gators up.
good field position for Port.
Yeah.
Again, 6:43 to go in the game. We've seen how quick Redbank can score, not out of reach.
An update from that game.
But still, 3-score lead.
Yeah.
So the Gators will come set, I formation. Vayu behind Bliss, Philhart under center. It is going to go to Vayu. Cuts it up the middle, and he'll get out to the 43-yard line. Gain of 4.
I wanted to squeeze a couple things in here before we ran out of time. I wanted to shout out to my dad, Claire Hauver, watching down in Willowbrook in Kutztown, recovering from an accident that he had. He's progressing every day.
Good.
And a shout out to my mom, Karen Hauver. Her, I won't say what number, but it's a happy birthday to her. So glad we're able to bring this to people like them that aren't able to be here.
Yeah, absolutely. Happy birthday to Mrs. Hauver. Philhart under center. It's going to go to Bliss. Far side. Just still mowing men under. Out across midfield to the 40. 35-30, 25-20, cuts it back. 10, 5, touchdown, Port Allegany. Aiden Bliss with his 5th of the night. The dagger.
Amazing touchdown by number 31.
I think the dagger is appropriate.
It just kind of slows here. You know, Aiden's got to be exhausted as well.
Yeah.
And meets Braylon and, yep, no chance. Touchdown Gators, 41-12.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think Redbank Valley was coming back to win this game, but they were certainly coming back to make it interesting.
Yeah.
Gators depleted, Wilfong out, Capel out. But I think the dagger is kind of that's the word there.
So it'll be handoff to Bliss for the 2-pointer, and he will be stopped short. So no good on the 2-point conversion, but another great score, 41-12. So I think let everybody know now that once the game is over, please stay on the Gator Network. Post-game interviews we're going to do on field with Ella Moses, and also we will be broadcasting the medal ceremony. So just when the game ends, hang tight.
Yeah, and is there going to be a fire truck entrance?
I would anticipate a fire truck entrance, yeah.
We've got one of the best volunteer fire companies around, and
yeah, Star Hose Company #1. And we have Rowlett come up. I know last year, I think after beating Fort Cherry, Eldred came over with their ladder truck, hanging the big American flag over top of Main Street there.
Cameron County.
Right. Oh, it was Emporium, yeah, sorry.
Emporium.
Yeah, Emporium.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if they went by Emporium or Cameron County. Yeah, Dave Reed and the crew, I remember seeing them over.
Yep. Yeah, so if we hustle back in time, I don't want to make any promises, but we've done those in the past. We'll see.
Yeah, I didn't want to jinx it on our group text earlier in the week, but I was like, hey, you know, in case we do win,
right?
Just
Eli Schaefer, number 12.
So Funk boots it, right through the hands, and is going to be picked up by number 1 out across the 30. That is Schaefer on the return.
He gets out to the 36-yard line.
Gets out to the 36, a decent return by Eli Schaefer. And they're going to wind the clock.
The concession stand is closing its window for the final time here soon. And you can get buy one, get one free.
And I was just confirmed.
Thank you.
Port and Rowlett are coming, and Emporium.
Nice.
So Wagner rolling to his right. A man down for Port, still down. Wagner rolling back across field. Moses will hop up, limping after Wagner. He heaves it deep.
Oh,
wide open is Carson Gold, and he's going to race to the corner. Funk's going to have to get him, and he will. He'll wrap him up inside the 15-yard line.
Scramble by Braylon Wagner, and an incredible pass.
You see Moses limping.
Yeah, he was down for a while, and then he saw Wagner coming back. He jumps up, and he's going to come off. So yet another Gator off the field. Oh, sorry, not Emporium. Port and Rowlett.
Okay. Well, it was very cool for Emporium to come over last year.
Yes, it was.
Coming onto Main Street and seeing that big American flag hanging there, that was pretty cool. You know, and our neighbor, you know, to come over and support us like that, that was cool.
Yeah. You know, it's funny, a neighbor can be 24 miles away up here in northern PA. Gets it out to Gould on a little flip back to George.
Number 7 put back to number 24.
Hang on, had a couple too many messages coming in at the same time. I was trying
George
to
gets down to the 7-yard line where he is wrapped up by Vayu.
By number 31, Aiden Bliss.
Oh, nice. Smethport Police and Fire plan on escorting them through Smethport on the way home as well.
Yeah, that's really cool.
That is classy. We appreciate all of our neighbors kind of coming out and supporting, and you know, it's been quite a run here for Port over the last few years.
Yeah.
Obviously, it will continue next week against the winner of District 10. Wagner looking to pass. Gets it out to George, and he will power his way in. Does he get in? He will. Touchdown, Redbank Valley with 3:05 to make this score 41-18.
Yeah, did you get Bliss out of there?
7-yard touchdown pass.
I mean, I think there's 3 minutes on the clock. You're up by, how many is that, Carrie? I'm not good at math, remember.
Is that 18, so 23?
Okay, so you're up by 3 scores still. 3 minutes. I mean, I think you got to maybe think about it. Just the way that we've been, dropping tonight. So Titus Smith will be on to kick for Redbank. The kick on the way, and this one is good. 41-19 with 3:05 to go here in the Stitch in Time on Main and E&M Engineers fourth quarter. And our game sponsor, John Griggs, luxury travel agent.
41-19.
So you hold Redbank scoreless through 3. And then just kind of an explosion here in the fourth quarter of scores.
Yeah. Yeah, things are kind of clicking for Redbank Valley a little too late. In conjunction with some guys going down for the Gators and, having to put some younger guys in that haven't got a ton of playing time yet, kind of outmatched a little bit when you have to go cover, Jackson Huffman and, Maganati and some of these guys. Tough assignment.
Oh, it is, for sure. So Vayu is going to be back for Port Allegany. And Titus Smith to kick for the Bulldogs. See what he does here. And a little pooch kick again. Drops it in at about the 29. Vayu picks it up at the 21. Coming here near us. Tries to get to the edge. He will. 35-40 and pushed out of bounds near the 45-yard line by number 17, Landon Hornberger.
We'll set the Gators up.
First and 10. Very good field position.
Yeah, great return by Vayu. I was watching Bliss there. Looks like he's going to come out, which is good.
We'll see, I think, at number 22? No.
Probably Aiden Bachman, I'm guessing, in the backfield.
Yeah, it is Bachman, yep.
So get a couple snaps here to close this thing out. Looks like, is that Valen McFall?
That's Valen coming in. Heading to the high side with Hover. And it's going to go to Vayu. Picking his way up through the middle and stood up. Gain of 2 out to the 47.
Gained a couple of yards, back down on the play by number 79, Devin Weckerly.
Weckerly on the stop.
Number 11, Peyton Kennemuth.
And Kennemuth. Got a couple Bulldogs slow to get up there.
I know you.
I think both teams just exhausted. It's been a long season.
Yep.
This season kicked off in August, and we're in mid-November. Port Allegany, this is their 12th game of the year. This is Redbank's 13th game of the year. That's a grueling season for this sport. And then, like you said, 15, 16, 17, 18-year-old kids. This one is going to go to Bachman up the middle. He gets into Bulldog territory. So a gain of 3 brings up 3rd and 6, or 3rd and 4. Sorry, 3rd and 4.
And as we wrap up here, we tip our hat to the Redbank Valley program, Coach Blaine Gold. Great of him to even entertain, chatting with us before the game, do a little pregame interview. A couple guys I'm happy to see graduate. I say that lightheartedly. Braylon Wagner, Jackson Huffman, and some others. Great careers.
Yeah. Fumble on the snap, picked up by Phil Hart. And he churns his legs ahead, but he's driven backwards. No gain on the play. It'll bring up 4th down as we approach the 1-minute mark. Yeah, hats off to Redbank Valley. I mean, we said it pregame, but this is their 6th District 9 championship game since 2019.
Yeah,
the only one they missed was 22. That is just impressive.
Yeah, so that's one group of kids comes through, and then you've got another group of kids that comes through. That's not like, hey. So that, we just tip our hat to those guys.
Yep. Yeah, just an incredible run. And not saying it's over. Obviously, it's over for, this group of seniors and this year. Veyu to punt, gets it away. Good, decent punt. Maganati's going to let it bounce, and it's going to roll in the end zone. Did they stop it? They will get there. That's going to pin Redbank back deep inside the 5 with 18 seconds to go. Yeah, just an incredible program. And Braylon Wagner, Jackson Huffman, they've had an incredible career down in Redbank. I'm sure other District 9 schools looking around be like, boy, it'd be nice if it wasn't Port and Redbank all the time. When's it going to be our turn?
Right.
But both these schools, just a great run.
And at some point, someone else is going to get their shot.
Yes. Yep.
Comes in waves and cycles, and doing a little research on the District 9 champions, you see pretty much most of the schools. At one point or another,
right,
gets their chance.
So a timeout with 8 seconds by Redbank Valley. Yeah, you go through the list. You might see a run. And then somebody else gets the run. I think somebody put a graphic up of the last 10. You have Kane, Ridgeway wins back-to-back, Cowdy wins back-to-back, Redbank back-to-back, Port, Redbank, Port.
Yeah.
And now Port again. So, yeah, Cowder Sport down. Kane and Ridgeway both make the playoffs. So, yeah, it's up and down. You look at the district championship from, the 90s. All you see is Smethport. So
yeah, I was looking on Wikipedia, the PIAA records, longest win streaks, and still see Smethport as one of those.
Yes.
67 game win streak.
67 regular season.
My buddy Andy Rifle is going to text me and say, "Oh yeah, I was part of that."
So they put some time back on the clock. 12.9. Redbank just kneels it. That's going to do it, folks. Port Allegany repeats as District 9 Single A champions, beating Redbank Valley 41-19 down here in Kane. So for the first time since 2011-2012, Port Allegany wins back-to-back district titles.
Yeah,
incredible.
Fifth district title in school history. I think I talked last week how I think it was Oklahoma on their gym wall. It's like they have a comma for that next one, and I think once the Gators broke the ice there in 2011, 2012, it was like, okay, we can do this.
Yeah.
And that kind of gave hope to future teams that we belong in the district final. It's tough to get back.
Yeah.
But this has been an incredible run. It's not over yet.
Right. Yeah. Next week, playing the winner of Wilmington and Greenville. Site to be determined. I'm going to guess probably Du Bois, like it was last year. And on the left side of the screen, the graphic doesn't do it justice. Thank you to every single one of our donors. The outpouring of generosity has just been fantastic. We are humbled by the support that we have received from our community. We do this because we love it, but we love hearing how much everybody else loves it as well. So thank you to all of our donors there on the left side of your screen. Thank you to all of our sponsors. Thank you to the fans. We're hoping to do next week. Obviously, that's still got to get cleared, but we are hoping to travel. We obviously want to point out, there at the bottom of the screen, a very generous donation, as they all are, but a very generous donation by the family of Rick and Justin Philhart was able to purchase Starlink for us. To hopefully alleviate all of our internet issues when we travel, and even at home games where sometimes internet is in and out and not as reliable as you would hope. With their generous donation, we were able to purchase Starlink. So thank you to all of them.
And not only Starlink, but the subscription fee for a year. So that was
right.
Tip our hat to those guys.
Right. Yeah, so I think David is going to be down there on field for the medal ceremonies.
Next Friday or Saturday, the date and time to be announced.
Okay, so next Friday,
being played tomorrow night at 7.
Listen to the public address announcer. I feel great for those kids, back-to-back district titles. I think the seniors, this is their third one they've played in.
Yep. Well, third they've won, been in 4 district titles.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just incredible.
Yeah. So your senior, you every time you've, all your varsity career, you've been in the district championship.
Yeah.
3-1. the lone loss coming to these Redbank Valley Bulldogs. Yeah, just great job to these young men. Congratulations to them and to this coaching staff. Coach Benkowski, very accessible to us. We appreciate, being able to be down on field and talking to him, pregame as well. So, yeah, it just great job to everybody.
Yeah, I was checking my stats. This senior class came in 47-6, so 48-6 now. We never know when it's going to end, but when you can remember who you lost to the 6 times,
yeah,
that's pretty incredible. I mean, I had a really great senior year team that I played on, but I played on a couple teams that lost more than 6 games in 1 year. So,
yeah, and for that to be spread over
4 years.
4 years. You mentioned Aiden's hit the amount of touchdowns that he's racked up in. He didn't, not his freshman year. I mean, he played, but in 3 years, most teams would like to have that in 3 years.
Yeah.
So we're going to pause now to go down to the medal ceremony. Dave Bartlett on the field. We're going to pause and honor these great young men from both Redbank Valley and Port Allegany.
Number 4, Kane Monreen. Number 5, Gage Franklin. Number 6, Jordan Titus. Number 7, Carson Gould. Number 8, Caleb Young. Number 9, Braylon Wagner. Number 10, Jace Klauser. Number 11, Peyton Tenemeth. Number 12, Easton Magnotti. Number 14, Wyatt Byers. Number 15, Riley Schreckengoff. Number 16, Jackson Huffman. Number 17, Landon Hornberger. Number 18, Eli Rex.
Well, no, because we don't want to suffer too.
Number 19, Grayson Stewart. Number 21, Cale Barnett. Number 22, Nico Rex. Number 24, Brock George. Number 26, Gabe Klinger. Number 28, Jaron Christian. Number 33, Parker Tenemeth. Number 34, Gabe Spence. Number 36, Dawson Wright. Number 50, Rowan Byers. Number 51, Luke Grafton. Number 52, Jarrett Gold. Number 54, Taven Kennedy. Number 55, Malachi Stewart. Number 56, Tanner McDonald. Number 58, Tripp Riggleman. Number 59, Gavin Kelly. Number 62, Canyon Martin. Number 64, Gavin Rodriguez. Number 65, Kayan Davis. Number 68, Bailey Bowser. Number 70, Nathan Jimenez. Number 71, Jordan Smith. Number 72, Elliot Troop. Number 74, Sloan Kornman. Number 75, Jaron Minnick. Number 76, Jace Huffman. Number 79, Devin Weckerly. Number 81, Devine Williams. Number 82, Gabe Skursky. Number 84, Titus Smith. Number 88, Michael Troop. And number 89, Aiden Byer. Congratulations to Redbank Valley on a great, great season. And now, for the medals to be placed to the two-time District 9 champion, Port Allegany Gators. Number 1, Julian Capel. Number 2, Liam Halver. Number 3, Brennan Philhart. Number 4, Kellen Bayu. Number 5, Chase Boyd. Number 8, Nick Wolfong. Number 10, Jared Funk. Number 12, Lane Gay. Number 13, Adrian Pennick. Number 15, Tristan Kaiser. Number 18, Isaiah Petruzzi. Number 20, Valen McFall. Number 21, Ian Crum. Number 22, Archer Trim. Number 26, Aiden Bachman. Number 31, Aiden Bliss. Number 32, Stephen Alcock. Number 50, Jackson Young. Number 51, Edward Eric. Number 52, Gavin Moses. Number 55, Karen Wright. Number 56, Lincoln Barnard. Number 58, Ryan Carlson. Number 60, Isaac Postlethwaite. Number 64, Neil McMahon. Number 65, Bryce Fessenden. Number 67, Braden Babcock. Number 70, Brody O'Rourke. Number 72, Patrick McMahon. Number 74, Christian Reed. Number 75, Dylan Mason. And number 76, Ethan Tarbox. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, the District 9 football chairman, Mike Erickson, will present the District 9 championship plaque to the 2025 District 9 champions, the Port Allegany Gators. Congratulations to the defending two-time champion, Port Allegany Gators, who will return to action next Friday or Saturday in the PIAA quarterfinals. We wish you good luck. How about one more big round of applause for the Port Allegany Gators? Thank you, guys. You guys are amazing. Thank you. Appreciate it. Good luck. Thank you. Thank you very much. I go to this.
No, Thomas, you start again up there, and we're gonna go from either side. Ready? Thomas, on 3, go to your end. On 3, promise. 1, 2, 3.
A herd of Gators who just won the D9 championship game. To my right, we have Gavin, Jackson, and Garen. You fellows are constantly in the trenches a very important role, obviously, as linemen. What does this championship win mean to you guys?
It means the world to us. We're extremely blessed to be in the spot we're in right now. We've been working all season as a family and just continue to grind week after week.
Yeah, it feels great. All the hard work, pay it off, and just looking forward to next week.
Yeah, this one feels really good for all the hard work we've put in during the week.
Thank you. To my left, we have Julian, Nick, Aiden, and Jared. Now, this is your last District 9 championship game, and in your career, you've had 4 trips to the spot where you are here right now. What's something you'll miss about the preparation that it takes, coming into a championship game?
I'm going to miss playing with Jules, I can tell you that. Yeah, he comes to fight every day, and he's a baller. He gives me everything he's got. No matter what he's going through, he fights the same as these guys. And every single play, I can trust that they're going to be there. They're going to give it everything they got, and I couldn't be more proud of them. So.
And how about you, Aiden? What about the food? I know you're pretty food-driven.
I like food. I love food. Hopefully we get some good treats after this.
How about you, Jared? What's something you're going to miss about preparation in the championship game day week?
Well, each week we always prepare how we do. Mr. B keeps us on track. Everyone gives their most effort in practice. And we just keep level-headed, stay where our feet are, and we never back down from a challenge. We always keep moving forward whenever we can, and we're always pushing each other to our best. That's what I miss.
How about you, Nick?
Definitely the support from the community.
All right, thank you guys. Congratulations. And thank you, Gator fans. Make sure you tune in next week for the second round of the PIAA playoffs on Gator Network.